Okay, there we go.
I do hope the
Perfect.
Knights of Favonius are all working
Yeah,
hard.
cool. So Mike's working, everything's working. Beautiful. So I can take my phone, but not phone, control off the charger. Today I think we're continuing the Roses and Muskets. Did I spell it right on this thing? I think so. My favorite part of having the title my thing is knowing I can't spell by nature. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. How do I go to the... Wait. Oh, yeah, Sub-Zero climate. Duh. Let me just go to Fontaine. I keep opening things and just being generally confused, and it's just not it. So I need to find the... I could have swore it's like near some part in Fontaine. I don't think I can. Ah,
It's
beautiful.
time to move on. We shouldn't stay here.
Let me switch back to my Shao. Look at my quests, because... Yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. That took way too long to figure out, and I was trying to flip my attention. Oh, Farina's apartment. Okay. Am I going to hit the wall, or am I going to hit the... Dang. There we go. Because we love Farina so much. Like, just get to visit her.
We're here. This is where Farina lives.
Okay, I'll go knock on the door.
Interesting. Knocking on the ex-Hydra Archon's door.
Seriously, who's knocking before afternoon tea? Who are you?
Lady Farina, please allow me to introduce myself.
I don't
am
think Farina
Xavier,
cares.
a film director.
And that's what makes it so much funnier.
Hello. Oh, is that the traveler in Paimon I see behind you? And who's this?
I'm Chiori.
Ah, the one from Chioria Boutique. Hello, hello.
Now I just need to
So,
find the
what
boutique,
are
because I'm
you all
curious
doing
now.
here? Do you need something? Did you just get up, Farina? It's already past noon, you know.
Paimon, shut up!
Oh,
I cannot
mean,
stand
today is
Paimon.
so nice in the afternoon, and the sun is so warm. Just like how you make us feel. Sleeping in late is a really smart idea.
Paimon, stop talking.
No. I was just up late last night reading some novels.
Like,
What does
Paimon
sleeping
opened her
in have
mouth.
to do with the
But the
weather?
question is, why does she open her mouth?
This is a small gift we've prepared for you, Lady Farina. We hope you like it.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a regular person like everyone else now. Oh, is this Fontinalia mousse? It's one of my favorites.
That's great! So, actually, there's something we need your help with. Given your renowned passion and understanding of drama, I would like to ask that you serve as the director of our film crew.
Oh, but didn't you just say that you're a director?
Yes, but for this particular project, I'm mainly working as a producer. Besides, I'm sure that your understanding of the performing arts
There we go.
far surpasses my own, Lady Farina.
This man is really kissing
Are
up to
the
her.
Traveler
Which, you
and
know,
Paimon also part of the film crew?
that's kind of how it worked, but...
Yep, we sure are. Paimon's the clapper loader and she's the camera operator. Camera operator? That can be a pretty technical job, and it directly affects the final quality of the film. Are you
Right.
really up to it?
Farina,
No,
I've done it
I'm
before.
not questioning your abilities. It's just that I've never really seen you use a camera before.
I mean, there's not many points in the game where I really need to use a camera. Why would you test me? Paimon, stop opening your mouth. Like, what if I didn't want to?
You sure are getting better at rolling with the situation, Paimon.
I cannot stand this
I
girl.
do wish to see how skilled the traveler really is with a camera. All right, how about this? We'll work with what we have.
Yeah.
I'll give
Honestly,
you
whatever you say,
very
Farina.
good.
I'm not even worried about it.
It's essential for the camera operator to understand the director's vision. I'll make my decision after seeing your work. Are you ready? I have high standards, you know. Okay, grab the camera and I'll give you a scenario.
Okay. Honestly, I don't even care. Just... Oh, okay. Okay, like... Oh, wait. This is so much fun. Woo. Oh, I didn't. There we go. Start shooting. That was fun. You know, I thought they would have had me do the thing, like moving, but you know, this works so much easier. I mean, I feel like that script went pretty well. Oh no.
Oh, it appears that you have more skill than I thought. All the shots had a great composition, and I could really feel a connection to the characters and their lives.
What characters?
Yeah! Does that mean you agree to be our director? Did you think I would agree just like that? After our performance of The Little Oceanid, I've begun to make a name for myself again, you know. In fact, I've already had several troops approach me for the Fontanalia Film Festival. Unfortunately, the scripts were all pretty boring and didn't pique my interest. If others were to find out I agreed to work with you so easily, then, well... Hey, but didn't we have a deal? What else do we need to do to convince you, Farina? Well, what about the pay? Huh? You know how much you're willing to pay me to be the director?
Wow. And you know,
The pay is also an
because
important
Farina's not
factor
technically
for
an
me to
Archon
consider, you know.
anymore, she broke free from the
Well,
stereotype of
I can offer
Archons not
you
having money.
this
So I'm so
much.
glad she's like, you need to pay me for my work.
What? That's all? If Nervulet were to hear of this, he could charge you with underpaying your labor.
That's so crazy.
I'm sorry, but our crew is in a tight financial spot at the moment.
And Farina
see.
wants her
Well,
her money,
even though
like,
it's
you know,
highly unlikely now
pay her
that I'll
bills.
join
She
you
has a whole
crew,
apartment now.
There's still something I'd like to ask. Exactly what film are you planning to make?
Oh, our script is an adaptation of The Two Musketeers.
Huh? Wait, you mean the suspense thriller novel that was a #1 bestseller? Oh, so Farina's read it too. Of course I read it. I've always had a keen interest in artistic works that strike a chord with the populace. I see. It all makes sense now. You must have used most of the budget to pay for the copyright.
Can we just say yeah?
Not really. The novel's author transferred the copyright to me practically for free once he heard that I wanted to make a film adaptation of the story. The lack of budget is due to another
The fact that he
issue.
got a copyright basically for free almost is crazy.
He
Because,
probably
bruh,
just
what?
wants to get his name out there. So, Mora isn't the most important thing to him right now.
So
It
crazy.
reminds me of a delivery courier who wears one of my designs while traveling all across Teyvat. I didn't charge her much for the outfit either. The
which would be
exposure she provides
Kirara.
for my brand.
I don't think I have a
well
weird
worth
name for
it.
her, but she just kind of exists in my head.
So, are you a big fan of this story, Farina?
There we go. At least put my mic somewhat closer to me.
It's alright. The pacing of the story is good, but the character relationships could use some work. When I was reading it before, I always felt like some things were left on a rather unsatisfactory note. I have high standards, you know. Ahem, Mr. Xavier, if, hypothetically speaking, I agree to be the director, how much freedom would I have in terms of script revisions and creative interpretation?
Oh, as much freedom as you would need. I wouldn't dare doubt the tastes of Fontaine's greatest star.
Good. Then I'm free to alter the script as I see fit.
Farina, should you be altering the script?
Absolutely, no problem.
You know what? Yeah, make a film you love at this point. Go for pro.
All right. It seems that your crew really can't go on without my care and direction.
So, you agree?
Yes, I agree. Although the pay is well below what someone of my caliber deserves. A great script calls for a great director.
You know?
I mustn't let a perfectly good story be ruined due to lack of funds. If you have fine cheese and bread, you wouldn't just let it sit on the counter and get moldy just because you lack an oven.
I'm
mitt.
confused by this analogy, but you know what? We're just gonna say thank you to Farina and move on.
Above. I'm not dreaming, am I?
There is no Hydro
Somebody pinch
Archon.
me.
There's no more Hydro Archon, you know. And it's still a little early to celebrate. There's a lot that goes into shooting a film.
I love how
Although the
Fontaine's
trickiest
literally just the
tasks of
only region
finalizing
without an
the
Archon.
script and casting
Because we
the
could come for
actor
Venti,
have
being like,
already
oh,
been
Monte
taken
didn't have
care of.
Archon, but they
We'll
constantly are
still
singing
need to
praises to
reserve
Venti.
filming locations.
And
Not to
they
say
refuse to
set up
acknowledge that
lighting
Zhongli's
and
dead.
props.
So they're like, we still have a Geo
And, by
Archon.
the
He
way,
just
since we'll be
retired.
filming The Two Musketeers,
like
we'll
he
need to
fulfilled his
find an
contract,
action
and I was like, cool.
choreographer.
And then the
Ideally,
Raiden just
a
stays
professional
there,
who has
and
actual
Nahida
experience with
just
muskets.
stays there. So yeah,
Yes, I've thought about this as well. I was hoping that you might know someone who could handle the job.
Me? If this was before, I could have simply asked Florand. But it's already been some time since I last talked to her. Navia can also use firearms, but unfortunately, her style is quite different from that of the characters in the story.
like I said,
Could we
Navia
ask the
uses
Special
firearms.
Security and Surveillance
Even though
Patrol?
she's definitely a Claymore user, she says
You mean the
guns.
Special Patrol's musketeers?
Yes, that's right. They work with muskets every day. I can't think of anyone more qualified than them.
They would be under Nervilette's jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I, don't have any connection.
You
with
could
them
really
at
just
all.
ask Nuvolette, and he would probably do it.
So, in the end, we still have to start by talking to Nervilette.
No need to go to all that trouble. I know their Captain Chevres.
Oh, you
I would have
do?
liked it if we went to go
Wait,
talk to
sure,
Nuvolette.
yeah,
Personally,
no,
I
the
think it
captain
would have
of
been a
the
little
Special
nice.
Patrol's Musketeers.
Like
No
Nuvolette
particular
does
reason.
wonderful.
Running a business means dealing with some trouble from time to time, and she's helped me out on a few occasions. In return, I've helped her handle a few situations in which the Special Patrol couldn't get involved directly. So, we've gotten to know each other over time.
So you're saying there's been times when the Special Patrol needed a fashion designer to handle a situation?
I mean, why not?
Your work is becoming more and more mysterious.
Let it be mysterious.
It'd be best to keep it that way. Anyway, enough about that.
I mean,
What
I
do you all
love
think
just
about
keep the
asking
mystery
captain
alive.
To be our musket action choreographer.
She sounds professional enough. She is a captain after all. I have no objections.
But I imagine the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol
mean-
must be busy with their duties.
Yeah, don't care
Well,
too much.
It just so happens that she's also not the kind of person that's just after Mora. As
Yep,
for
go
when
ahead and
she
go and
has
ask her then.
time, I'll have to go and ask
It's
her
not even
first.
letting me skip the dialogue.
Then
The most
I'll leave
tragic
that
part.
to you. Macaroni's on sale today, so I've got to go. You can just tell me how
Farina,
things went when we discussed
you cannot
tomorrow's
have
plan
all
later.
macaroni diet.
No problem.
Like, you're living
Having
like a
Farina
college
here
kid.
is
I'm
like a big
worried.
boost to our team. Of course. Just wait until the day of our premiere. You'll witness the true
Like,
power
just-
of my name in these lands.
I'm so worried.
You'll be so glad I agreed to help.
Yeah,
I can
no,
guarantee
she's
that
kind of living
even
like a
the
college
standing
student.
Tickets will be sold out.
I need her
I'll be sure
to not do
ask
that.
Some people I know to see if they'd be willing to act as extras.
Seems like you're finally getting more comfortable with your own reputation now.
I didn't ask for the Clapper Loader's commentary, Paimon.
Oof.
Then let's
Come
get
for
going.
I
Paimon.
happen to know where
Do
Shepherd's
it.
is today.
If we
By
don't
the
come for
way,
Paimon, who
I'm
will?
Curious if my pay is
It's
so
been a
low,
long time since I
then
got to
what
call
about
Paimon
our
emergency
two
food,
lead
and I miss
actors?
that.
Didn't they travel here all the
Because
way
in my
from
head,
Inazuma?
she's still emergency food.
Actually, they told us that they see the trip as part of a cultural exchange, so they didn't ask for any pay.
What? So is every person in Teyvat who doesn't want money gathered here to shoot this film? Don't tell me Chiori isn't being paid either.
Now listen,
I already knew Xavier from before, and he's also agreed to give my brand some good exposure.
it's the way that
It
it's like,
seems the
oh yeah,
gods
nah.
have really smiled upon you, Xavier. And that certainly doesn't include me, mind you.
Honestly, just remember, I'm no longer a god. You know? I love how chill Farina is when it comes to terms with being like, I'm definitely not an Archon. So you shouldn't look at me as one. Like, I don't want to say, like, humbled. We're like, chill. I have no idea why I keep yawning. I don't even feel tired.
All right, this is the place.
I wonder which one is the character we're going to work with.
Captain,
Probably the one with, like, anime colored hair. I don't know. There's some.
The one with an eye patch reading in front of the newsstand.
You also could have said the one with purple hair, because once again, the only one who looks like they're not an NPC.
kinda intimidating.
Please wait here for a moment. I'll go fetch her. She's working now, so you might not want to get in her way.
Working? But isn't she just standing there and reading a novel?
Just trust me.
Oh, alright, let's see what happens then.
Yeah.
Chiori sure is a mysterious person.
I am curious on why they chose this
Just to
music at
be a
this moment.
fashion designer, but she knows all these powerful people.
Why not know powerful
The
people?
Court of Fontaine isn't particularly tolerant of visitors from overseas, so it isn't easy for a foreigner to promote their brand here. Even more so in the competitive world of fashion.
And you know
Even a
what? If it
local
works,
like
it
me
works.
just trying to make a film has to face all kinds of challenges. So I can only imagine what Chiori has been through to get where she is today. I'm sure that having more connections has definitely worked in her favor.
Reading on the job?
Detective novel.
One main character?
No. Multiple. Branching storylines.
I see. How's the plot coming along?
One of the main characters is about to make a choice that will affect the rest of his life.
So you just
I'd
read
wager
books
he's
by
going to
not
make the
picking them
wrong
up?
Choice.
Any way to speed things up? There's something I need your help with.
You know that doesn't depend on me. It all comes down to what the character chooses.
Which is exactly why I'm here to help.
All right. It appears he made the wrong choice in the end. Halt!
Huh? What's going on?
Hand over whatever you're holding.
Oh, it's just a book. I didn't buy anything else.
Mm-hmm,
But
sure.
I'm sure you wouldn't mind letting me have a look.
Excuse me, officer. I don't mind you standing around here, not purchasing anything, but I'd prefer if you didn't disturb my customers. It's bad for business, you know?
Mm-hmm, sure.
Don't give me that act. You won't be able to get off so easily either. I am Chevron.
Her outfit's
Captain
very
of Fontaine's
interesting.
Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. I will say this one last time. Hand over whatever you're holding at once. And before you do anything unwise, Let me remind you that I'll have you on the ground before you can even think about making a run for it.
I would love to see that.
Oh, all right. I'll give it to you.
Like, personally, I would love to see that.
Please let me say something first. If there's any contraband in that book, then the shopkeeper here is the one who slipped it in.
Wow. I love how we threw him under the bus so quickly.
Like you trying to leave me on the hook, huh? You were the one who said you wanted it.
Save it for the interrogation room. Take them away, Letelier.
Wow, crazy.
What's going on here? One second you're reading a book and the next you're escorting people away.
And who are... Oh! Aren't you the traveler who's been all over the papers recently?
I'm so glad I'm in the
I'm assuming
papers,
what
and
you
I
wanted to
almost know
ask
for
me
a
about
fact
has
it's
to do with
Charlotte's
them,
fault.
right? Maybe I can let you in on what's happening then. Now that Vacher has been brought to justice, no new shipments of synth will be made and distributed to sellers. The Fontaine guards have been busy collecting the remaining synth still circulating on the market. Thanks to a tip from our reliable source here, this should be the very last batch.
Oh, so you were pretending to read a book in order to catch the bad guys.
Yeah, Paimon.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot to introduce ourselves. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler and Xavier.
Paimon is
Hey, I'm
Paimon.
Chevron.
Did I ask?
You probably already heard me introduce myself, so I won't bother repeating it.
Yeah, why didn't you make a move as soon as you had the chance? Were you worried that my intel wasn't accurate?
No, I wanted to see if the shopkeeper would turn himself in first. All he had to do was come up to me and say that he didn't know where the synth had come from. If he did that, then I wouldn't have had to press charges on him.
And you know, that's
He
fair.
had the whole day to turn the synth over to Chevreuse. But instead, the moment I came up and blocked Chevreus's line of sight, he took the opportunity to sell it off.
Yep, he made the wrong choice, even though the right choice was right there in front of him.
Hey, people be like that
But
sometimes.
you knew they wouldn't make the right choice.
Yeah, I knew. I was just hoping I'd be wrong for once. Enough about that, though. What did you want to ask me about?
Oh, you see, it's like this.
The Two Musketeers. You certainly have a good eye for a story. So what do you need me to do? Just be the action choreographer for the actors?
Yes, that's right. I want to make sure we get all the details right. I want the actor's posture and understanding of firearms to be as realistic as possible.
But I don't
However,
care.
I'm afraid this work will require a bit of your time, since you'll have to be present whenever we're filming. Also, as for the pay...
No need to say any more. I'll join.
I love how we just keep getting people who don't really care about the money. That's so crazy.
Really? You're willing to help us with our humble film project?
Sure, it's no big deal. As I said, we've wrapped up our investigation here, so I don't have any other tasks on my plate for the moment.
You know?
Besides, I personally really like this novel. I even have the collector's edition at home. Stories where justice prevails over evil never get old for me.
Of course they don't.
Then we've got a deal?
Like,
Yes,
in the
I'll
shadiest
see
way
you on set
possible.
tomorrow.
Of course.
Oh my! I can hardly believe it! I should tell Lady Farina immediately. Oh, and I must tell the prop manager and lighting technician to get everything ready. We start filming tomorrow!
So crazy.
Calm down, Xavier. The film is going to take more than just a day to finish. Still, I should also
Yeah, probably
head
gonna
back
take me a
now.
couple,
Let's
probably
start
in
preparing
game
the actors'
couple of
costumes
days,
and
but
makeup.
Alright, guess that's it for today then.
Traveler, Paimon, please stay for a moment.
Then I'll take Xavier back. Poor thing. He's so excited that he can't even walk straight anymore. I don't want to spend our first day fishing. He'd better.
okay, let's see what the person wants to talk to me about. Where's purple hair chick? Oh, she just went down here. How nice of her to come down here.
So what did you want to tell us, Chevreuse?
Have you read The Two Musketeers? The story is about a pair of children born into the household of a baron and their struggle to survive together, and they were raised at the baron's estate where their mother worked as a maid. The two were illegitimate children that the baron had with the maid, so they were never treated well by anyone. One day, upon returning home, they found their mother had been murdered and left dead on the floor. It was quite evident that the culprits were the other members of the baron's household, who never had any
Hello,
kind words to
frogs.
say to them. However, the baron was able to exert his influence and keep the whole thing under wraps. The
Yes,
mother's
I am
death was
just
eventually deemed as a suicide,
doing this
and there was
lovely
no
little
chance
event
of bringing her murderers to justice. The
with
two siblings
slight
decided
confusion.
to flee and someday
So it's
avenge
great.
their mother.
Mostly just
Many
chilling and
years later,
vibing.
members of the baron's family suddenly started
doing the
turning
story
up dead,
part.
one after the other, all killed by gunshot. A rainbow rose was found on each of the victims' bodies.
But Captain,
being the flower that
okay,
the
it
kid's
depends.
mother
Like if
loved
it's the
best.
first one or like the
The
third
baron
one,
believed that the
that makes
mother's
sense.
soul
But the
had
Winter
come to take
Soldier's like
vengeance
so
on
good
him,
in
so
my
he
head.
lived in fear each day.
Like
But it was
first
actually
Avenger
those two
and
siblings who had
Civil
fled
War,
all
it was
those
more of an
years ago.
Avengers film
They
than a Captain
relied on
America.
each
See,
other
yeah,
to
see, that
survive
makes
and
sense. You
trained
can fall
day
asleep on the
and
first
night,
one.
eventually becoming adept musketeers. They used all of their abilities to
You
collect
do not
evidence
have
and
to say
clues
respectfully,
before
I
executing their
understand
plan
that.
and exacting
I
revenge
also
on the
find it
Baron.
a little boring.
Their actions let the truth behind their mother's
And that's
death be
me
known
who's
to
seen,
all.
I think, every Marvel
That's quite
film
an exhilarating
except Guardians 3.
Yep, the Baron got what he deserved for his
Yeah, I think
evil
that's the only one I
deeds,
haven't seen.
and justice was able to prevail. It was just the kind of story I enjoy.
So yeah.
Oh, so is that why you were so willing to join our cruise ship?
I mean, well, Captain America was kind of
You
made
could say
in
it was one of the reasons.
for as World War II
Oh,
propaganda,
you mean
kind
there
of.
were
So
other
you know,
reasons too?
I've read the reports about you. Whether it was at
you
the
know, they just
trials
said
or when you lent
indirectly,
your
be like,
hand to
let's just
resolve
make
our
Hydra,
nation's
which is just
crisis,
essentially still
you've
Nazis.
shown
But
that
you
you've got
know,
a strong sense of justice, as well as a great
I
mind
still
for
love Captain
deductions.
America. Chris Evans is
Yes,
fun to watch.
you're
I
as
call him the
sharp as I
Dorito Man
expected.
because he built like a
Seems you
Dorito.
experienced many similar situations before.
And I will not
There's been
elaborate
a
on
recent
that.
murder case involving muskets. The perpetrator's methods appear to be very similar to what is described in the novel.
So Kirara and Razor.
But Paimon didn't see anything about that in today's papers.
The Marechaussee Phantom hasn't yet released
Okay,
any information
so I'm
to
just
the
like,
public.
in
because
my
the
head when you said
investigation is
Wolfman, for a
currently
second
at a standstill.
my head said
The murderer is
Risley, but I'm like
extremely
Risley's not
cautious.
running right now, so you have to be talking about Razor.
Involving firearms. But not that many people use those in Fontaine, right?
Love Navia. Love
Impossible.
that she really out
We
here
perform
with the
a routine
Glock.
inspection of our firearms and ammo reserves
I
every
shall
day.
be pulling
If one of the
for the
weapons had been
write-in,
fired, it would stick out like a sore
because that's what
thumb.
matters most.
Besides, I trust the members of my platoon.
I mean, in fairness, with
However-
wanting like that type of violence,
Well, that's
You-
all I can disclose about
Frog,
the case
don't you
today.
already have Klee? And she has bombs,
What do you mean?
so you can be tiny like
I hope you all
terrorist
can go back and get
arsonists
some
already.
shut-eye. You can decide tomorrow
Instead
whether or
of
not
Taylor
you'd like
Swift
to
with the
join
gun.
investigation with me. I'm aware this might not be the ideal time to add more to your plate, but carrying out investigations
I'm not really
isn't
paying too much
actually
attention
supposed
to
be
the
our
dialogue.
responsibility. Our job is to apprehend the
Yeah,
perpetrators.
see, I
Finding
love
them is
Klee,
really up to
but
the
every time
Marechaussee
she
Phantom.
runs now, it's not
You
beneficial
could
to
say I'm
me.
taking part in the investigation out of personal interest.
So yeah,
I don't want people to see muskets in a negative way, and also
I don't
I'm
remember why
concerned
it was
about the
not
similarity
like
between
because the last time
crimes
she ran
and
was
the
during the summer
story.
event.
You mean they might be connected somehow?
I suspect
It depends on
so.
how you want the writing to
Just
be.
to make myself clear, this is not an order.
Me,
nor
who
is
has
it a
no really
deal
talk
of
about
any
building
kind.
characters because I
It's a
literally don't
request,
build characters.
Nothing more.
But depending on how
If
you're
you
trying
two
to
have
build her,
any
it might
interest
not
in
be
the
the most
case after
difficult
we
thing in the
finish
world.
filming tomorrow and are willing to assist me.
Like I thought it would
then
be
I would
hard
be
to
most grateful.
build Farina. They're just like she just works
What
off
do
of
you think,
HP.
Traveler?
I need HP, and I'm like, oh cool, just
Yeah,
HP,
you're right.
got plenty of that.
It's getting a little tired too. We've
So it just
really
depends.
been
I think
hustling all day.
Writing the way
You'd better
I'm
head back
trying to
and get
build
some
her is supposed to be
rest.
mostly
It's
like
good to keep a
elemental
calm
mastery.
mind, especially when you're
And I
about
think
to
I
make
got
an important
some
decision.
artifact to put on her once I get
Otherwise,
her.
when the moment comes, you might end up like that shopkeeper and not even realize that the right choice is right there in front of you.
Oof. That's so crazy. Oh, Primo Gem, my beloved. So 8 to 10. Yeah. I do know today's been pretty chill. I kind of I did that thing where I spend most of my day watching anime, and by that I mean, I sat there and looked at Dragon Ball, because I decided to restart Dragon Ball Z, you know, like a proper adult. And by proper adult, I mean someone who I just got bored. I'm like, you know, let me just restart Dragon Ball from season 1. Even though I was on season 8, I didn't even finish it.
Good morning. Xavier said yesterday
yeah.
afternoon went well.
It was so fun. I'm almost done with it because I have the problem where I can just binge the episodes in a very consecutive manner.
Ayato went to see Udex movie
I
Lodge at the Palais
don't know what
Harmonia.
episode number I'm on, but it should be in the 20s.
I was originally thinking of going with him.
So yeah.
But he said he could manage it himself. He told me to go see the sights.
I'm proud of you for
around
cleaning your
and to
car.
enjoy
I
the local
love also
culture.
how I'm saying that my camera just
So I
chooses to
rode the
glitch
aqua bus with Yoimiya
every
and
like
visited the opera house on
couple of
Aramis
minutes, but I'm
Island.
just like, you know,
Yeah, you
it's
wouldn't
not
believe what we saw
major.
there.
It's fine. I don't know why it's doing that.
Dancing together. You've already seen them, right? Yeah, those two. Amazing, aren't they?
Yes, Ayaya, and Yoimiya, who is literally just
Sat and
the
watched
biggest
for
cinnamon roll
quite a
in the
while.
game. I think
It was
Yoimiya
mesmerizing.
and
Like we
Klee
could keep
should
watching
meet.
them forever.
I think they would get
Well,
along
it was the
so
same
well.
for us the first time we saw them too.
Afterwards, we went swimming at the beach. Well,
Like-
diving to be exact. It was the first time I ever breathed underwater.
I
hope
think
I got
Yoimiya is
this
running
one
along
done
with the
together.
riding.
3,
If I'm
2,
correct.
1, and then splash! We were beneath the waves.
You know, I get confused when you'll never see a high level player maining Amber. And I think it's really funny. I was like, oh yeah, they're like, oh, Pyro bow character? They'll either have like Yoimiya, or they'll have, at this point now,
At first, I
Lenny.
didn't dare to open my mouth.
I feel like there's
Couldn't
more
hold my
Pyro
breath
bow
any longer.
characters.
I decided to take a big breath in. Turns out the water wasn't as salty as I imagined.
Girly,
It didn't really taste
Yoimiya,
like anything at
girly,
all.
please.
Before I knew it, I was breathing like normal down there. It was an amazing feeling. Ayaka said I was too nervous and needed to loosen my grip. She got used to everything way faster than I did.
Ayaka is so pretty, and I
knew
love
that
her.
The Traveler could do it, so I had no doubt we could do it too. That helped me feel at ease as soon as we dove in. The underwater world in Fontaine truly is beautiful. I love seeing the Romaritime flowers blossoming underwater.
I've been
Like little
hearing
candles
rumors that
lighting up the streets at night.
with the next update, which
there
would
were
be
so
what,
many
4.4?
creatures that we've never seen in Inazuma. Like those fish that shimmer like a sword blade. Whoosh!
Are we on
and
4.0?
those big fish that call when they
Oh no.
snivel.
Either way, whatever the next update. Okay, cool. They were saying, because that's going to be when Lantern happens, that they're going to give away a free skin for any character you want.
Just wait till Pops and the others
And I'm
hear
like,
about
if
this.
that is
They
true,
probably won't believe a
I am
word
getting
say.
this Ayaka skin if it's free. Like, if the rumors are true, I'm like, give me this one. I want Ayaka's. As much as I love D-Luke's outfit, I want Ayaka's more. She looks adorable. Like, and I never used D-Luke. Yeah, I feel like if the rumors are true and we get a free one, you should get
down there
Cleese.
for quite a while.
Ayaka's
It
Fontaine
started
outfit though
before
is
we
just
finally
so
rode the
adorable.
aqua bus back to the city. I figured she'd want to sleep in today.
He didn't have one though.
Yeah.
I think it's
Even I
only
was
to the
worried
ones
I
that
wouldn't
already
be able to
have
get
them,
up.
which for the
I still felt
I
like
think
was
which is
supposed to
obviously for the
need someone
5
to
stars
sleep
is
last night.
D-Luke,
But
Klee,
as soon as I
Ayaka,
woke up today, I
Jean,
remembered
and
that we'd all be
Kaching, I
shooting a
think.
film together, and I was ready to go.
Yeah, I think that's all of them.
Speaking of the film, where's everybody else?
Yeah. Also, I
My
sincerely
brother and
doubt
Xavier
Sino
were
will
speaking
ever
to the
put on
restaurant
shoes.
owner about using the
He will
place as a
always have
filming
those grippers
location.
out, and there's
They should
nothing
be
we can
here
do to
soon.
stop him.
As for the others,
We're here.
Yeah, I don't care about y'all. Just Ayaka, really.
Please excuse
Watching
my
her
tardiness.
be in
I just
love with the
finished
Traveler's
Special
Fun.
Patrol's 6-mile morning jog.
Wait, 6 miles?
See, my love for Sino is based on the purpose of I too like to make really bad dad jokes.
You all chatting, so I decided
And
to
yeah,
come
that's
back.
about it. I
Not
just
sure
like
if I
making
can
dad
use some of
jokes.
that
And I
fabulous
also like to
energy
play card
everyone else
games.
has.
And by card games, I mean I love to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Boarding. Can someone fetch
I
my
have,
cup of
I,
coffee.
and I think me with the Yu-Gi-Oh thing is so funny because
Sure.
I watch it on
I'd be
Pluto
happy to
TV
do
because,
that
you know,
for
it's
you.
just a free channel that plays Yu-Gi-Oh all day.
You can't go
But
anywhere.
I've seen Yu-Gi-Oh
Please,
so many
have a
times
seat over
that I
here
have it
so I can get
timed in
started
my
on your
head.
makeup. Ugh, the last thing I want is coffee stains on my costumes.
I can get the coffee. It's
I like how you say
perfect
Q
job for an
attack.
assistant.
I am. Y'all are funny. So you say Q attack. I am console girly. That means nothing to me.
Seriously, what's her secret?
Oh, Ymira's always like that. You sure look exhausted,
But as long as
Farina.
the enemies are
It's
dying,
because
that
you're
is
not
what
used
really
to waking
matters.
up so early, huh?
Oh, like the burst.
Of course
Okay.
not. I spent the whole night reading the
I'm like, I know
novels
there's the
cover to
burst and
cover,
there's the skills.
marking sections that either need to be
Because
omitted
I
or
stand by
adapted.
Sino skill is just a cheap version
Wow.
of Xiao's.
Paimon didn't expect
And I
you
say
to
that
be
with so much
thorough.
love. Xiao came first.
Well, I was the biggest star in all of Fontaine after
I mean,
all.
I know.
It takes more than just a pretty face to
And you
earn
know,
a
that's
reputation
okay.
like that. I know how to get
It's
serious
doing
when
our
the situation
best.
calls for it. I went all
And that's all that
out
matters.
when I was acting as an Archon, so why wouldn't I
See,
do the
I
same
knew,
for my
I'm
own
like,
life?
man,
Here's your coffee, Director Farina.
I know I came to visit my family via the holidays and then like family stuff that was going on, which
Oh,
put
thank
me on a
you.
2-week hiatus. But you know,
The sound of being called director.
it'd be like that.
And the aroma of coffee.
Oh yeah, because
It's
your
almost as
apartment
refreshing as
building
hearing the
gets
birds
renovated in like 3
chirping
days.
in the morning.
It'll be done in like 3 days, so you can return. Right?
It
I
seems
forgot about
everyone
that.
has managed to arrive on time.
I completely forgot about. Yeah, I completely forgot
We've
about
reached an
that.
agreement with the restaurant owner. We are free to use the second floor to shoot our film.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah.
He is really looking forward to our film.
You know, love
And
that
hopes that
though.
providing his restaurant as a filming location will attract more customers.
That is true.
Well then, Mr. Xavier, I'll leave the rest to you.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah,
First, I'd like to
I love being
introduce our
bothered.
new members.
Because if I'm just
This
left in
is
my
our
apartment
prop
for too
manager,
long,
Veronique.
who knows what's
She'll
going to
be in
happen?
charge of all the film's props and items. And
Yes,
this
my
is
Boba
Blue,
Man is here.
Our lighting technician. He'll be in charge of
And you know
lighting
what I
and
love?
illumination to
Boba
set up
Man,
each
and that's all there
scene's
to it.
atmosphere.
Wow. Sure feels like we have some real
He's just like
professionals joining
me.
the crew now.
First of all, please allow me to first
I
express
say that knowing
my
all I have
sincerest gratitude
had
to
today
everyone in
has
the crew.
been water
When my
and
investor
wine.
informed me yesterday that he wouldn't be able to provide the funds, I really thought that this was the nail in the coffin for this film. I had no idea that I'd find so many people willing to help me on
Rewatching
such
Yu-Gi-Oh
short
is such
notice.
a crazy
Thank
accusation.
you. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
I
so
would.
cordial, Mr. Xavier.
I can't even play it off.
Honored to be a part of this.
Your works made
Listen.
a profound impression on me when I saw them back in Inazuma.
Oh, oh
I'm
no, I
sure
ate
that
today.
someday, this film
I
will
meant
be remembered
liquid-wise.
as a prime example of
Because you
cultural
know I
exchange
also
between Fontaine
drink boba.
and
Like no,
Inazuma.
that I meant.
The story
No.
is the reason
I've
I
eaten
was doing it.
today.
I can't bear
Oh my
to even
God, I'm so
imagine
sorry.
what this film would look like without the very best director.
I had lunch and dinner. Like no,
Anyway,
don't
I
worry.
would like to make a promise to everyone that as the producer of this film, I'll do whatever I can to ensure that everything goes as
Yeah, no.
smoothly as possible.
Definitely have eaten.
This is not just my film.
Oh,
it also
but no, I
embodies
was-
the thoughts and feelings of
um,
every person here.
Water just
as
in
well as the
general, because I don't
endless
really
effort
drink
we are
juices
about
or
to
anything
pour
like that
into it.
mostly. But I had wine with
So,
my dinner.
without
That's
further
it.
ado, the Two Musketeers will
Like,
officially begin filming
That and I was
now.
so I was like, since I'm visiting my family, might as well make them do things that they wouldn't normally
may
do.
take it from here,
So I made them
Director
watch
Farina.
Suzume. Because I was like, you know what? Let's watch an anime movie.
All right. Listen up, everyone.
I'm just looking at this lovely group of people gathered. I wonder which one's an
First scene
NPC
takes place
and which
when
one's the main
two
character.
Young musketeers are living at the
And
Baron's
it
home,
actually went pretty well.
still unaware of all that is about to happen to them. We'll need
Mama
props and
Zana
lighting to
is
set the
just
scene.
like me
Our
and likes
lead
making fun of
actors
movies.
Can go get their makeup done and
Because
extras,
I love
please
Suzume,
take
but
this
like,
time to go over your
why did that
positions.
girl run everywhere?
Whoa.
Like,
Seems Farina's
I would
really
love to have her
using the
legs
gears
and
in
her
the
lungs,
basket.
because Girlie was running
Everyone
across
clear?
Japan at this
I
point.
don't want anyone traipsing around the set like umbrella finches. All right.
Like, every time you look at her, she's like, well, gotta get to going, grab the chair, start running. And I'm just like, bro, what?
Some serious waves in Fontaine.
Like, huh?
Not the kind of waves that drown people.
Yes,
I mean,
for
the
a
good
chair.
kind of waves.
Seems like
I know
she's
what's funny
still
is
a
like
bit
my
traumatized by that.
younger sister was just like, any comments you want to make while watching this is an inside thought, and you should keep it inside your head and not say it out loud. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Which means she knows who I am as a person and was ready to fully put me on blast. She was not right. I would never say anything off cuff ever in my entire life.
How about here?
A little more to the left.
You got it.
Especially with wine in my system. I would never say anything off cuff.
No, I'm fine. Doing the lighting is kind of like designing a fireworks show. It's interesting to imagine what kind
I'm
of
not
purpose
even the
lights
horse,
will
and that's what
create.
makes it so funny.
I heard that the Traveler will be operating the camera and Paimon will be
Like,
clever
Pleasant
right?
is so much worse than me,
Those
and
boys
no
are
one
just
ever
perfect for
believes
Rachel
me,
and
and that's what makes it so funny.
Really? Is that because it'll be easy for Paimon to hold the clapperboard while flying?
Yeah, I also made Pleasant
Sure, there's
while
that,
Susan made with
but
me.
That's not exactly what I meant. I just think that after all your journeys together, you two must have developed a super close bond and just naturally know how. Oh, I see. It's amazing to see the magic behind filmmaking.
I love how like, oh, they talk about filmmaking as someone who's worked on a film set. It's just not it, sis. Like, girly, it's not that fun.
I've got to get back to work. Joe,
Like,
come
it
here.
might be fun if you're an actor
It's exciting to see
slightly,
so many people
but
working
anyone who
together to
worked
bring the
behind the
film to life.
scenes on the set, girly, it's not fun. 10 out of 10 would not recommend working on a film set.
Looks like Yamiya's really getting into it.
It's fun to be an
But
actor.
She was right. We did. Paimon's really happy to hear that.
Yeah, like as an actor, working on a film set's not too bad. Ayato, homie, you were just chilling. Is Ayako? Ayako just chilling. Yeah. The continuity is always like the
has
hard part because
mentioned
they're
you
just
to me
like, oh
before.
yeah, retake,
She said
and
that
I'm just
you
like,
two
oh
were
yeah,
great
you gotta
friends
remember
when you were
everything you
kids.
did and redo it every
No
single
talking.
time.
I'm thinking about how to do
And
your
you know-
eyeshadow.
Ah,
Attempts
yes.
were made.
To help me really look the part.
To achieve a more young and naive look for this scene.
Are you saying the wrinkles around my eyes?
You know,
are
and I
too
feel
deep?
that.
You just have too much of a...
I really wanted to get boba
Calculated
today,
look in
but
your
instead
eyes.
I settled for wine with dinner.
You sure don't mince your words. It seems
And
you
then,
really haven't
yeah,
changed much.
Quiet.
at some point, you know, I will end up getting boba again because, you know, at this point, it's a necessity in life.
So, this is a real musket?
We're giving
No, it's just
Ayaka
a
a
prop weapon.
Glock? Oh, not a real one. That's so
Not
boring.
bad. Have you seen a real musket before?
Only in books and newspapers. I made this one based on the relative shape and proportions I saw in reference images.
On New
When
Year's,
we're
I'll be
filming,
busy
some
all
special
day
gunpowder will be applied around the
because it's
muzzle,
actually
which will help
my
create the
youngest
flash and
sister's
smoke effects
birthday.
of a real gun being fired.
Which means it'll be up to the actors to portray the recoil.
That's right.
Like,
The sound effects for gunshots will also
Like,
be
I
added
was
in
gonna head back
post-production.
to my
Thank you,
apartment
Veronique. I think I know where to
building, but I'm
start
just like,
now.
man, if I miss her
However,
birthday, I feel
muskets,
like
gears,
she'll
and
never let me
firing
live
pin
it
could still
down.
use some work.
So
Adding
henceforth,
some
I
wear
cannot
on
do
the
that. I'm just
metallic
like,
components will make them appear more realistic.
I mean,
Also,
you know, just
be
leave
sure to rub the muskets with
in the
some
cover
oil
of
each
night.
time
She won't
before
know
we
I'm
start
gone if
shooting.
it's like 11
That'll give
o'clock
the
at night.
impression that the firearms have been well maintained.
She secretly finds out I left
point.
and fights me. The next time I
You
come
seem
visit
to know
her.
a lot, Miss Chevres. I assume you use these types of firearms on a regular basis.
Like, it's not even fearing for my life. It's just like,
Yes,
man,
I perform routine maintenance.
I don't
want
wanna
to
be bothered like that.
Just like we as people need to eat and sleep, muskets need to be cleaned and maintained.
I know
also
nothing about
perform
gun
similar care
maintenance,
for my
and nor
sword
do I
every day.
care.
And familiarize myself with its shape and weight, to the point
Pretty
where
much.
it feels like a natural extension of my body.
I say that
Yes.
knowing, like,
This
she
way,
practically
our
my
weapons will
height,
never betray
so
us in
it's
the
not
heat of
even
battle.
small.
Yes, well said. It seems we have the same
Younger
philosophy
sister
on
means
this
nothing when
topic.
she's almost my height.
Oh, sounds like they found a common interest.
It'd be nice
to
if she
talk
stopped
about.
growing. For my own benefit.
Though these props differ from the muskets I use, I can still give you some
Frogs,
pointers.
you're taller than me.
Good.
It's not hard
I
to
look
be
forward
small.
to your instruction.
First
You
and
know,
foremost,
you know
never
what?
point the
That's the
weapon
end of the
at anyone,
stream, y'all. Good
regardless of
night.
whether it's a
Like,
real or
why
prop
would you
weapon,
say
or whether you're
this?
holding it or it's on the table. This holds for any time when you're not
I
actively
am
engaging the
doing my
enemy.
best.
Okay, understood.
That's why I
When
wear
aiming the
heels
musket,
constantly.
Extend your arm so that it's level with your shoulder, and use your eye
That's
to look
not
down
hard.
the weapon's sights.
Like this?
Ayaka.
Not bad. Now try saying your lines.
Ayaka, put the gun down, honey. It didn't look right.
This is the end of the road for you.
Oh my God, Ayaka.
Good. Now turn
Ayaka,
your
please.
body a little. That way, you'll give your enemy less of a target to work with. And relax your shoulders. Here, allow me to demonstrate.
Yeah, I'm just.
This is the end of the road for you.
Oof.
Huh. Excuse me, Miss Chiori.
What, Ayato? Are you worried seeing your sister
Director
handling a
Farina,
gun?
There's something I wish to discuss with you.
Like, I don't want my
What
sister
is it?
holding a gun.
Like this?
Yes, much better.
What do you think?
I do see your point. But are you sure you wish to do this?
I believe it would be most fitting.
Well, you insist. All right, I understand.
No, Farina is great. She's done nothing wrong.
Miss Ayaka, Miss Chevris, could the two of you please come over here?
Huh? What's going on? Are we gonna start filming now?
Let's go see.
She really is just chilling and vibing the best she can.
What is it?
I have a question for you, Miss Chevris. Would you be willing to play the role of a musketeer?
What?
I also said give the
To
role to her.
clarify, I would like to turn over my role to Miss Chevris.
You know, also, I don't think I would be able to handle,
Don't worry, Ayaka. I actually view this as a good thing. I was becoming troubled trying to set aside some time to
normally,
speak to the staff
if
at
you-
the Palais Mermonia.
So with
I would
Quest,
like to have some conversations
if you might have stuff
about the
blocking it,
cultural
it normally gives you
exchange
two
between our two
options.
countries. And I've heard that the
either it
bureaucratic
tells you you
process
can't do
here
it,
can
or
get
it gives you the
rather
option to
complicated.
fast pass through it.
Now I will be able to focus on my
Which
work.
I guess not fast pass, quick
Besides,
start. I think
you
is what
also
they call
know
it. Like,
that
oh, you can just quick
I'm
start
not
it,
really one for public performances.
which is not bad. That's how I had to do some
Are you
quests and
really
events.
sure?
Like,
From a director's point of
even
view,
though it's now
I
part of like the
also felt
Archon
like the
quest, I think,
relationship
like
between the two
the quest with
musketeers in the
Shao,
original
Ito,
story could be
Shinobu, and them
improved.
in the chasm.
The older brother in the story plays the lead
That
role with
eventually
his
was like an
overbearing
event,
dad.
and I just had to
But
I quick
this
started it because I was like,
causes
there's
his
no way I'm
character
missing
to
that.
overshadow
Because
that
yeah,
of the
cause Shao,
sister. And the theme of the two supporting and
because
relying
you know
on each
my
other
love for
isn't
Shao
conveyed very
is
well.
so large.
But
I love that
if we
man.
were to change the siblings to two sisters of a similar age, then that
The fun of-
aspect of the story might come through more clearly. Also,
You
I've
know,
seen
I
you in
love
the
that because I
second
definitely would
half.
not have known how to do that, and I will be
cold
looking at that
dignified
later.
Personality is exactly what we need for the older musketeer.
Of course.
No,
even
I
with
saw
all
that
these insights, the decision should
someone
still
said I
be
should
made
do
by
like
Miss Chevris.
a tier list thing for a stream, and I'm like, I'm cool with that because I'm like, I know the two
Mentioned that she really likes
ideas
the
people have
story,
given
right?
is boba
Who
tasting,
thinks that she'll take the
which
role?
I'm a little too broke for that, but tier list I'm like, yes.
All right.
It could be
I'll
any
take the role.
category. I think it'd be funny to have y'all roast my taste
Decided
on
then.
literally
I'll
anything.
get started on making edits to the script.
Like,
We'll also
it could be
need to
honestly, it
make
could be
some
anime
immediate
dash for all I
adjustments to the
care.
lighting,
I'll get
props,
roasted
and
for that.
costumes.
Get your characters. I feel like we know how that would go a
I have
little.
feeling that our adaptation will be even better than the original story.
You're doing a
Like,
great
we already know.
thing
Shout,
for me,
S
Miss
tier.
Chevris.
Shout regardless.
You
Like, it
have
doesn't matter
my
what it
gratitude.
is.
Don't mention
My
it. I
son?
like this character.
Baby
so
boy?
if
Yeah, no,
anything, I should
absolutely.
be the one thanking you.
Well, since my brother is the one who brought up the idea, I suppose there's no need to worry. Let's go, Miss Chevres. I look forward to working with you.
Please, just call me Chevres.
Yes. Just top tier. Shao. That's all that truly
Seems like
matters.
You're really going out of your way to solve the problem I was having with your makeup.
Surely you jest, Chiori. I assure you that I was mostly motivated by a desire to spend more time on formal business.
Oh, come on.
Ayato,
I
you really
think
just
I'd buy
chilling.
That. According to what I've heard from Ayaka, her brother is someone who can juggle 10 different matters at the same time. I'm sure you have other reasons for backing out.
Perhaps. Ayaka always said she wanted to go out and see more of the world, just like the Traveler.
Because Ayaka's in love with the
But I
Traveler.
feel
I
that
mean,
she
huh?
needs
What?
not
Who
only
said
to
that?
see other nations, but also to make some different
well, yeah, no,
kinds of
Ayaka being in
friends.
love with the Traveler.
I think it would be harder for her to make new connections with me constantly by her side. I would like to give her some space.
All right, go on. Spoil her some more.
Ayato, it's too bad you're stepping down from the role. Paimon really wanted to see you act as a musketeer.
No need to poke fun at me. I'd wager that you also
Listen,
felt
I
that
think it would have
wasn't
been
the
actually
best
funny to watch
candidate for the
Ayato
role.
perform as a musketeer as well. Simply for my own amusement.
Paimon to imagine you saying those lines.
I mean, you're not wrong with anything you said, so...
Yes. I've made an appointment to meet some people from the Palais Mermonia.
I would call it a love
Now,
triangle, but
I will
even
have
love
some more
triangles
time
are
to
not
prepare.
triangles. They're
Traveler,
love
get the
V's,
camera
and
ready.
I'm standing
Paimon,
so
get the
firmly on this
clapper
argument.
Actors,
And the
to
main
your
example I will
positions.
use
We're
is solely
about
going to
to
be
start
Twilight
shooting
just
the
because I
first
like making
scene.
fun of Twilight. Because
Go
at the
on
top of the
now.
triangle, we have
please take
Bella,
good care of
and then there's
Ayaka.
like Edward and Jacob, and they both like Bella. But Edward and Jacob are not in love with each other unless you're saying they are, which you could.
Thank you.
But canonically, they're technically
I look
not. So it's not a
forward to seeing the film
triangle.
when it's finished.
It's a love V. I love coming for love triangle because I'm like, they're not
Now
triangles
that
unless
we're all here,
the other
let's
two who are in love
count
with the same
the
person are
scene.
also in love with each other. Then it's a love triangle.
The first scene takes place when our two main characters are still living at the Baron's estate.
Ah, Farina.
They've been ostracized and verbally abused by others in the household, but they still have no idea why. We want to capture how naive and innocent they are, despite their pain. Chevres will be playing the role of the older sister, Tulip, and Ayaka will be the younger sister, Iris. Be sure to get close-ups of the main characters at the right moment.
Listen, I'm the Traveler, Farina.
Silence
I
on the
know.
set.
Ooh,
Lights, camera, action!
Let's go!
that's not how you do things.
Tulip, Mother's been out for quite a while now.
Perhaps she went to pick some flowers on the way home. You know how she loves flowers.
So I like how I'm not doing anything with the
Iris,
camera
Tulip.
angles.
I'm home.
Mother, you were out for so long. We were beginning to worry about you.
What if I just made the wrong choice?
I'm sorry, but I'm back now, safe and sound. Here, I brought your favorite treat, apple turnovers.
Mother, what are those bruises on your hand?
Huh? What bruises? Oh, I must have bumped
I love how
into
there's me just
something
really
while I was
guessing.
working yesterday.
Saying, what's film competition?
I didn't notice them this morning.
Then perhaps they're from when I accidentally tripped when I was out just now.
Ooh.
By the way, did you have fun playing at home? What's the matter, Iris?
Well, we've realized that no one really wants to play with us.
They even took Iris's
Listen,
doll and
having a
spat at
degree
us.
and applying it are two very different things. And I mean that.
They even called us names.
And I'm
said
just going to
we
come
were-
for a good percentage of content creators
Right,
who are like STEM majors.
Listen to me. It doesn't matter what anyone says. Don't listen to them.
Like, there's
No
so many
one
STEM
can
majors
define you
became
with such
content
words.
creators, and I think it's really
They
funny.
both have wonderful lives ahead
As
of
someone who
you.
did not major in STEM,
Just
because,
like
you know,
your
I had
lives.
priorities.
Both blossom like
Yeah, no.
beautiful flowers. Maybe your time to blossom hasn't quite come
It's a little
yet,
fun.
but one day, you two will bloom more beautifully than anything else. Don't let the soil you're in now
That
ruin
is
your
hard.
future beauty. Understand? My dear
Hey,
daughters.
that's why when I started college, I had so quickly switched my major because I was like, there's no way I'm doing STEM.
Not bad.
Math was not
The
it.
actors' emotions
Science was even
were
more
all
not
on
it. And by
point.
science, I mean
Let's keep
chemistry.
that take.
Like, if you give me
Also,
any form of
if
chemistry to
our
do at any point in
clapper
time, I'm
loader
just
could
going to
avoid
fail.
shouting at the start of the scene next
So it would be
time.
like when we had me do a map of the United States, but worse.
Great.
Because we thought I didn't know geography.
little
I
worried that my nerves
definitely
would get the better
don't
of
know
me.
chemistry.
What about you, Chevres?
Like,
I felt
completely
fine.
lost,
The
can't
lines
do
weren't
anything.
too difficult at all. Seems like Farina must have adapted the role nicely.
I know the first two elements on the periodic table
You two
is
were
hydrogen and
great.
helium.
I couldn't tell it was your first time acting
And
in
I
a
think
film.
oxygen is like
You should have more
8
confidence.
on the periodic table.
Thank you for your encouragement. Positions, everyone! We'll move on to the next scene after we try a few
You
more
know,
camera angles.
I can't even say anything because it's true. Like, we know one thing.
This scene is when our
I try my
two
best.
characters return home, only
Yeah,
to
like
discover
there's
their
definitely
mother
other
has been
elements on
murdered.
that table.
Ready?
What are they? Could not tell you.
Camera, action! Mother, we're back. Mother?
See, here's my problem. They're saying action and then doing this like little slate art. I think call it the clapper thing,
wrong,
whatever we want to
Tilly?
call it. But you're supposed to say
Iris, stay away.
action after it normally on set.
Why?
But at the same time, I also don't think they're going for accuracy.
Mother!
Oh, wow, tragedy. That's so crazy.
Mother! She's...
Oof, that is so crazy.
There's poison in this cup.
How would you know that?
I could have sworn I've seen this kind of cup before.
I'm just saying, you said they're poison in the cup.
Those aristocrats. They didn't even
How would you
try to
know
cover
that
up
they're
their
poison in the
actions.
cup? Did you smell the poison? Or did you just look at it and say, they're poison? Ayaka, please do not cry, even if you're acting.
Iris, we need to leave this place.
Leave? But now that Mother is gone, where can we even go?
Well, you can't stay there either.
Anywhere. All I know is that we can't stay in this house.
Yeah, it's a good thing that Ayato chose not to play this part. Because as much as I love Ayato, that probably would have been a boring performance. Because Ayato just...
We'll have our revenge.
I would say he's so
promise.
serious, but he's like...
Just
He's
not right
serious
now.
with like a slight goofy factor, but not goofy enough to act in my head, even though there's a serious role.
Come on. Let's go.
No, wait. We can't just leave Mother here like this. At least let me leave this rose with her.
I'm so glad that
That's
Ayaka's
why
good
we
at
went out
acting.
in the first place. To buy her this flower.
All right.
See, I'm heard that Ayaka's sad as she's acting
Goodbye,
because she's not really sad. But
We'll
in my head, I'm just like, man, her Fontaine outfit is just so cute. Really choosing to ignore the tragedy for a second and focus on how cute she looks.
Beautiful. Great performance. Oh my, you're so amazing, Ayaka. And were those real tears I saw? How did you do it?
I like how everyone's there being like,
surprised
good job, Ayaka. Where's her
Thank
brother?
you for the kind compliments. Actually, as soon as Director Farina said action, I told myself not to think about anything.
Ayaka, the brain empty philosophy be doing it, I tell
became the
you.
character. It's quite similar to practicing the art of the sword. You clear your mind and focus only on what's happening in front of you. Ayaka's performance
I
was
mean,
amazing.
listen,
Have I discovered an acting prodigy?
she will be going back to
Down,
Inazuma.
everyone. We need to move on to the next scene.
You cannot keep her, Farina. Ayaka cannot stay in Fontaine. As much as I love her, she has to go back home. She's still a noble. Farina cannot keep Ayaka to herself. That's not how this works. And I mean, I say it with so much love, though, in my heart. He's like, is she an acting prodigy? You can't keep her. Farina, leave her alone.
Huh? Are we done already? But Paimon wants to keep playing with the clapperboard.
Girly, they're not that
How
fun.
do you feel, Traveler? Is your arm sore
Also,
from holding
they're
the
really
camera
loud.
all day?
Good
Wait,
work, you two.
Holding the camera? Do y'all not have tripods in Fontaine?
You were quite the actress today.
I'll probably just
I've
slowly
read
being
this
like,
novel many
wait a
times
second.
before. I have a good grasp of my character's mindset.
There's no point in holding a degree in
Anyway,
something if
do
we're just
you
gonna like
remember my
act
request
like
from yesterday?
I don't have like. Wait a second, like
We were having so much fun that Paimon nearly forgot.
Are you trying to tell me they out here
Case with
filming these
murder
things
seem really
with
similar
no
to the cases
tripod,
in the
just
novel, right?
just
So,
raw in it, just camera in
How
hand,
are they similar?
making sure your hand's not shaky.
In the story, the main characters grow up to become two musketeers, always using their guns to carry out their revenge.
I love how that got me
And
so
on each
like
of the
confused. I'm
victims,
like,
they
bruh,
place a rainbow
tripod.
rose as a signal that they've returned. Yes, that's correct. We found rainbow roses just like in the novel. Seems like you're connecting the dots now.
Oh yeah, because I didn't read the book. Paimon read it.
Pretty concerning. Especially after seeing the script today. Ooh, now Paimon can't stop wondering what kind of ulterior motive
Paimon,
the
didn't you
murderer
read the
might
book?
have.
Oh, Farina made changes, right? I think.
What do you think, Traveler? You're smart. Paimon wants to hear your thoughts.
Good. On behalf of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, thank you for your dedication
Did I
to
just
justice.
volunteer to help with something?
There's
That's
no time
so
to lose.
crazy.
We should start investigating right away. Follow me.
Didn't even realize I was volunteering to help with something. I'm like, oh, oops.
But we just got done filming all day. Paimon's so tired.
That's
The
so
most
crazy.
valuable intel always comes after nightfall. They are like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea. If you don't stay vigilant, you will pass right by them in the fog. That's how one of my favorite books always puts it, at least.
Girlie, I don't read. You just need to learn that real quick.
Where are we going right now?
Let's start by checking out some workshops that sell
Yeah, there was not a single outcome where I wasn't just teleporting somewhere because I'm not walking all the way over there. Walk to the other end of the Court of Fontaine, please. Like, that's never happening. Beautiful. If I teleporting here, I cut the distance technically in half. Beautiful.
Welcome to LeChaux's Clockwork Workshop.
Hello.
I don't care.
I'd like to know if anyone has purchased some special components lately.
Like what?
Special components? Sorry, could you be more specific?
I mean the kind of components that aren't typically used for clockwork toys, but for firearms.
Why would you be selling
For
things for
firearms?
firearms at a clock
No,
store?
we don't sell those sort of things here.
Don't misunderstand. I'm not here to cause any trouble. We are merely investigating a case, and we're hoping that you could cooperate.
Well, to be completely
I
honest,
love how all the
I'm not even
dogs
sure
in
what kind of
Fontaine are
components that
dressed
would
up in little
entail.
outfits. I just think it's
Has
fun.
anyone ever purchased components here as an individual rather than on behalf of an organization?
We have
Like,
a lot
I
of
say this knowing
customers who
full
buy
and well I'm
toys,
more of a
but
cat
those
person
who
than a
buy
dog
components
person.
are all regular customers who buy
But
in
just seeing
bulk
all the
on
little
behalf of
dogs
their
dressed up in
organization.
Fontaine, they're so cute.
Is that so?
Still would never have a dog
I
though.
understand. Thank you for your cooperation.
You're welcome. It's the least I can do.
And honestly, there's nothing wrong with dogs. I feel like I just have to defend myself on this. My only problem with dogs is that they are very high energy and I am not high energy. Because dogs are like having like small children and I just don't have the mental bandwidth to deal with something that energetic. At least the cat will leave me alone.
Thank you for complete.
The cat might be a little spiteful too. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, no. I'll take the cat who will probably not want me to interact with it solely on principle alone. Like, I can chill with a dog near me. I just would not own one personally.
Hey, Chevris. Run out of oil for your musket again?
Hello, Estelle. I want to know if anyone has come to your shop.
Oh, is this another case? Let me think. I don't think so. Some people have requested
They
that I
are
make
more
some
chill.
prop guns for the Fontanalia Film Festival, but I refused all of those requests.
Oh,
Like,
why
cats are here for the vibes.
Because there's no profit. I only make things here that can do some real heavy lifting. I don't have the energy to make some new molds just for the festival.
Then
You know,
has
we love
anybody
that.
come specifically looking for mechanical components?
Well,
I'm not even tired. Why am I
usually
yawning?
Sell off my
Jesus.
scrap to the Fleuve Centre. I don't typically give them to one specific person.
I understand. Thanks for your cooperation.
Don't mention
feel that.
it. Always
But I
happy
also
to
know
have
if
the
I were to get
musketeers
a cat,
patronage.
I would get myself a black cat for the aesthetics.
Seems like like we haven't
And because
found
people
any
keep
leads
saying they're
to
bad
go
luck, and I'm
off
like,
yet.
I really sincerely doubt a cat's
Yeah,
going to give me bad
unfortunately.
luck. The color of the
Alright,
cat did not make a
let's
single
head to
difference,
Flipsandra next.
but aesthetically wise,
Huh?
yes.
You sure? People might
Also,
not
I
be
feel
so
like it
thrilled
wouldn't
to
be
see
as
the
bad
captain
if
of
their
the special
fur got
patrol
everywhere.
there.
You think so, huh? Then I guess you don't know.
Yeah.
Huh? No what?
I like the idea of like, yes, I can
That
get
I
a
grew up
black
in
cat and its
Flipsandra.
fur won't get everywhere. I mean, it still would, but it wouldn't be as bad as like a lightly colored dog. 'Cause I'm like, or like cat. Cause I have a bunch of like dark clothing. Why? I have no idea. But yeah, it's just like dark fur to go. So if it's on my clothes, it won't make a big difference. Seems like the way to go. You know, I know I was told to do things, but what if I didn't want to investigate anything? Then what? I guess I'm talking to Emerald.
Hello, I'd like to ask some questions.
That's
I
fair.
don't know anything.
Don't worry, I'm not.
Dang, she really said I don't know anything.
It's the truth. Here, take this as my guarantee.
What are you handing her?
Wait, did Paimon just see what she thinks she saw? Is the captain of the special patrol bribing a citizen?
Shush!
Seems you're different from the other guards.
Like,
What do you
Paimon
wanna
be
know?
talking too much.
Have you heard anything related to muskets in Flipsandra lately? Anything at all?
Muskets, huh? All I know is that about two,
Were they gunshots?
possibly, someone's house collapsing, a
Have
pipe
you-
exploding somewhere. It's all the same.
Okay, so here's my thing.
The noises I'm
Gunshots have
talking
a
about
very
definitely
distinct
happen
sound
after
and
I fall asleep.
echo.
Do you know where the noises were coming
Because
from?
I know a lot of people
I
are just
don't
like, oh, I
remember
can't
clearly.
tell when there's like fireworks going on if it's fireworks or gunshots.
Is
And
it
I'm
that
just
you
like,
don't remember?
the
or
sound
that
they
you need
make
to
and the
think about it
echoes
some
they
more?
have are
You tell me.
actually very different. Why is this what I'm
Then
going on a
please,
tangent about? Who
Think about
knows?
it some more.
Well, yeah, they're very different
She's
sounds.
giving her even more.
Paimon, we didn't
The
see
noises came
anything.
from the end of the southern waterway. I came out and had a look for myself, and I wasn't sleeping
I
well,
can't believe,
but I
like,
didn't dare
Paimon
get
trying to
too
be a
close.
narc.
That's all I know.
Like, listen, if Homegirl wants
Alright,
to
I'll
bribe
take
the
your word for it.
citizens
Thanks for the
for
thoughts of
information, then let her. She's doing what she feels is right. And we're not her employees. Not coming out of my
I'm not gonna be
paycheck.
surprised. I grew up here, remember? I know how to get people around here to talk. Seems you catch on pretty quick.
Exactly, what talk? I saw
Now then,
nothing.
Let's keep going.
Listen, Paimon might be a snitch, but I'm not. Snitches end up in ditches. I'm good. I'm going to mind my business.
Finally on the right path.
Okay, yeah, excuse me, y'all. Didn't mean to jump over y'all.
It's been a while.
Please, just get.
I want to know if you've heard anybody talking about.
Yeah, let's see.
Information isn't free, you know.
I've heard that bandits have been extremely active in the countryside recently, and they've been affecting the delivery of goods to Poisson.
You're still as helpful as
I
ever.
mean, hey, that
One of
works.
our men got drunk at dinner about a month ago and lost his gun. 3 days later, it turned up in the corner here.
What's weird about that? He just forgot where he put it, right?
How do you lose your gun?
This is Flipsandra, my friend.
Like,
Anything of value left in the tavern won't ever make it to the next day.
isn't that a
That
problem?
gun turned out to be an exception. It didn't get any new wear and tear on it, and didn't even appear to have been fired. We were quite mystified as to what could have happened.
I suspect
I
it
have
came back because
questions.
the weapon was already known to the guards.
You mean a criminal was afraid the Marechaussee Phantom would use the shot marks to track them down? Maybe. But if that's the case, the culprit really...
I didn't
Yeah.
say anything about a criminal.
In Flipsandra,
Yeah, you're making
knowing who
assumptions
was
about a
killed is as
criminal?
easy as
That's
knowing
so
what
crazy.
clothes you're wearing today. It's the guy living in the east side, isn't it? I've never liked him.
So, who was the one who lost the gun in the first place?
Don't bother. Even if you ask, he wouldn't admit to owning a gun to some strangers. Not to mention the captain
You
of the
know,
special
I do love
security
how
surveillance
we've gone
patrol.
through 4
He's right.
regions and Fontaine just the region that just
I
has
know you grew
guns.
up here, Chauvress. Even though
I
you're
mean,
on
guns
good
and a
terms
whole
with
lot
the
of
Spear,
trauma. So
you've still
essentially,
been
it's
gone too
America,
long.
even if they want to
Not
call
many
it
people
France,
know you here now, and a lot of people don't like the
because
special patrol.
America's just trauma and guns.
I know.
So take my advice and don't show your face to me.
Like, I'm just like,
For your
yo,
own
like,
safety.
I'll come and go as I please. And I'm afraid I'll be appearing more often due to my work.
All right.
you know, yeah, pretty
Don't
much.
say I didn't warn you.
Well, I'm just like, they're doing a lot. And I'm just like, maybe I'm just crazy. Like, maybe I'm the crazy one here. But it's also unlikely that I am, because they really just let me out here. Am I gonna make it up this thing? I did. I'ma just... Okay. We could just go this way. Yep. How lovely.
What's all this?
Wow.
Some broken planks and barrels, as well as some liquor bottles?
Yes, but have a closer look,
just-
Paimon.
I wanted those so many shots, and I'm like, let me keep those as inside
Tried to
thoughts.
clean them up.
Because I'm just like, man,
These are
I
obviously
could
marks
just
from
be
musket
throwing so many
bullets.
shots at
In other
everything I keep
words,
seeing.
Someone was here trying to improve their shot. They were using the barrels and bottles for target practice.
Could it have been the killer?
There's a
Your
killer?
guess is as good as mine.
This just proves I do not
Although
listen.
many
Because I'm like,
people
wait,
at
there's a
Fort
killer?
Sandra own guns.
Since
Few hide
when?
the fact from others. And
Don't even know what I'm
fewer
fully
would go to such
investigating.
lengths to hide markings from practice shots. Anyway, let's go. There might be more to this.
Yeah, see, I know. That's how I know I wasn't listening. I'm just like, there's a killer? Huh?
Seems like that's all we'll be able to uncover for today.
Paimon feels like we managed to learn a lot more here than up on the surface.
Yes. Assuming that everything we found is indeed connected to our suspect, then their timeline was probably something like this. A month ago, our suspect found a gun and took it home to disassemble it. Once he'd figured out its mechanics, he brought it back. In the following weeks, he used some parts to create his own makeshift musket, and took it to the Fleuve Sandra for target practice.
Okay.
Then, a few days ago, he found his target and carried out the murder. Once the deed was done, he left a rainbow rose on the body, just like the scene in the novel.
Okay.
That all makes sense to Paimon, but we're still no...
The deceased was a resident of Fleuve Sandra. It said that he was a poor, solitary man. Yeah, that's also something I'm trying to figure out. If we are indeed following the novel, and there's a story behind the murder, then this murder should be an act of vengeance. But according to our investigation, the deceased didn't have any enemies. He was no saint, but no one's heard of a rival who hated him enough to shoot him dead. Much less care to leave a rose on his body. What message is the killer trying to convey? And to whom exactly? We've thoroughly investigated that possibility. He claims to have spent the whole day at the Opera House on the day of the murder, and the staff there have confirmed his account.
You know, I love how being at the opera is just always a big
Not only
alibi.
that, he lacks a credible motive as well. He has a family of his own, and both of his parents are still alive. I've looked into his records. He was adopted at the age of 6. In the story, the mother of the 2 musketeers was murdered after the children turned 10. Of course, he could have changed the children's ages, but I don't want to assume anything without evidence. More importantly, I've also had a chat with him in person. He didn't seem like the kind of person who would pull the trigger to kill a man.
Listen, the opera's so interesting because there's either actively crimes going on or it's just the perfect alibi. I mean, like,
Investigations take
they
time.
didn't do anything wrong.
I
They were
didn't
at the
expect us to catch
opera.
the
And I'm
culprit
like,
in
you
just a
know
single
what?
day. How about this?
It works.
Let's spend the
I would
next
go
few
to the
days
opera
filming with the
to
crew.
see
We
Nouvellette.
can continue the investigation once we're done
Yep,
with the film.
that's it. Just to see
I'm sure
Nouvellette,
that
nothing
given
else.
time, new leads will present themselves.
Wait, but weren't you saying Intel is like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea?
Yeah, I don't care too
The
much.
book had more than one reference to the islands, Paimon.
Oh? What else did it say then?
Yeah, like
As long as you
Nouvellette.
spend enough time sailing through the
He is in
fog,
second place.
you'll
First
eventually
place is
come
still
across an
Zhang Li. He will not. Zhang Li will probably not be leaving the #1 spot anytime soon. And that's what makes it okay. What's that battle pass? Okay. And then I don't think I have anything for event shop yet. Yep, still 0. But it said, yeah, I was going to the right thing. Oof. I'm trying to think of like Genshin men, and I'm just like, man. Like, and it should be like, what tall Genshin men do I really love?
It's filming time again. Our schedule is jam.
So am I supposed to stay down here, or am I supposed to go up? I think I'm supposed to go up. Yeah, that looks right. Yeah, like Zhongli, Nouvelette. I think third place would have to be Risley then. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's my top 3 tall Genshin men. Cause like, gotta think about it. Exactly. Like, that man just retired. He was just like, yeah, I don't want to do this no more. And you know what? I respect that. If you're not down to work no more, then don't. If you're not going to, like, he's like, I'm not putting 100. I'm barely putting in like 5%. So might as well pack up and go home. And you know, he did. I respect it. Okay. I'm going to give me the loading, please. Set me free.
Good work, everyone. We're looking to wrap with our 2 main...
What do you mean, looking to wrap?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, aren't you the expert now?
Paimon, that was common sense. That's context clues, sis. She said we are wrapping
this
up.
upcoming scene is the 2 musketeers' final confrontation with the Baron. Anyway, get ready. Lights, camera, action!
You know, as long as they have fun with it.
It reminds me of that. And now that I've said it, I can even make out the faint fragrance of herbal tea in the air.
Enough, villain. It's time that you pay for the death of our mother.
I can't take you seriously. You're like a small child. You're so cute.
Speak like this to your own father.
I'd sooner swallow all of my teeth than call you father.
Then get to
What
swallowing.
did I expect? Seems the daughters have turned out to be just as obstinate as their foolish mother.
But sir, going off of what we learned, you killed their mother. So in all fairness, I think they have every right to have some form of grudge against
to
you.
grant her recognition and concessions? Ah, how naive can a woman be?
Mother never asked a single thing of you. All she wished was for us to live a peaceful life, just like the others.
And how'd that go?
Who personally brewed the poison of prejudice and sent Mother to her death. Compared to that deadly poison, the 2 bullets that will soon pierce through your heart will be like sweet mercy.
And that's exactly why
I like how Ayaka holds her gun, like, not confidently.
Did you really think 2 muskets would be enough to defeat me? So let's see. What is stronger? Mora and power?
I mean, you can have all the more in the world, but nothing gonna stop them from shooting you in the chest, and then that's that. Like, please be so for real.
Get them!
Tulip! There are too many of them!
It'll be okay. We'll cover each other, Iris.
Okay, so, hilariously enough, it's not letting me fight. Oh my god, did my controller die? It's not dead. Oh my god, let me switch controllers. I'm just out here getting murked. There we go.
Hands where I can see them. Final warning.
Oh, she's a polearm. Oh, bad. Okay, well, we're gonna stop doing that to me.
Whirling snow.
And Blinky. Ah, beautiful. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my controller. That was so weird.
Lost.
Maybe you died. Let me put on the charger.
Lose to my own 2 kids.
Yeah, there we go. Yep, you lost to us.
We are no children of yours, and we'll never call that place our home.
Then tell me.
Put one in his head. I'm so mean. Let me stop.
And will soon kill your father as well. What will you gain in the end, other than sentences for your crimes?
I mean,
we will gain our long.
I mean, you killed first. At this point, it's just getting even, homie.
It's over.
Finally, it's over.
Good job, Ayaya.
So, where will you go now, Tulip?
I'm not too sure, Iris. Maybe somewhere with lots of flowers? After all, Mother always did love going where the blossoms were.
It is not letting me skip
What about
dialogue to save my life. It said you are watching this whether you want to or not. There we go.
That's not a bad idea.
It let me skip Ayaka, but it won't let me skip Homegirl. That's so rude.
Huh? Tulip, look!
What is it?
It's Mother's favorite. The rainbow rose. Look, it's blooming again.
And what if I had taken all the rainbow roses from this area? Like, what if I Nahida grabbed them?
That was beyond mesmerizing. Even I didn't expect this scene to go so well. And we got it in a single take. All right, everyone. We've got a wrap for Tulip and Iris.
Congratulations, Ayaka and Chef Rice.
Thank you. I didn't expect our parts to wrap so quickly.
Hello, Frost.
I wish I could savor the experience
And hi, Flame.
just a bit longer.
I mean, this is like the third part, I think, of it.
I'm not ready to say goodbye to the clapperboard either. Filming has really been a lot of fun. You were great too, Chef Rice. The way you said long away.
This conversation, I have talked about cats, I have talked about Yu-Gi-Oh, I have talked about Dragon Ball, I've talked about a lot of things. I've just been talking.
I acted out in my room the first few times I read it.
Well, let's be so for real. I've just been talking nonsense.
Who doesn't like stories where the guilty are punished and justice prevails over evil? Don't forget, I'm the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Captain, I have something urgent to report.
Beautiful.
Please excuse me, everyone. I'll be back in just a moment.
It's okay, don't worry about us.
Ah, so beautiful. See, I don't have any doubt in it being a good event because it's in Fontaine. And Fontaine has had some pretty good events so far.
I was just about to tell her how great she did.
Stop that.
It seemed like some urgent official business.
Like,
Then perhaps we should thank the stars
she
that
is
we were able
precious
to
girl.
wrap both of your parts so quickly today.
And I
Switching around the filming
don't think anything,
schedule
I
would've
don't
been a
think
real pain.
anyone can let anything.
Anyway, I actually came over to let everyone know that we're all done for today. You can go home and get some rest. And one last thing, Miss Ayaka. Your acting skills today were immaculate as always.
Ayaka's just so cute in her outfit.
Consider taking up full-time acting? See, I just happen to know this great troupe that's still looking for a lead actor.
She has to go back to
Thank you
Inazuma.
for your kind words, Director Farina. Unfortunately, there are still many matters
Yeah, like,
that I have to
we
take care
can't
of
keep
back
her
home at the Yashio
in
Commission.
Fontaine. No matter how
I'm
cute she looked in her
not
Fontaine
planning to
outfit,
pursue an
she does
acting
not
career.
belong in Fontaine.
Nevertheless, I will make sure to treasure this incredible opportunity in my heart. Oh, that's a shame.
Write love letters to the traveler all day, every day. That's what Ayaka does. Leave her alone, okay? How about that?
I believe it's also about time for me to take my leave. But hopefully I'll see you on set over the next few days. Even though my part's wrapped, I'd still like to swing by and help out the crew. See you
Like,
tomorrow, Traveler
listen,
and Paimon.
Flame, we already agreed. Ayaka is in love with the traveler, and the traveler is in love with Xiao. Also, the Xiao is also in love.
Maybe we'll go
with the traveler.
Case some more with Chevres today.
Traveler, Paimon, please come with me.
Huh? Where are we going?
You could say that our ship has finally chanced upon one of those small, remote islands of intel.
Hey, if it be, it be. No, well, I'm here. I was already right here. Hey, you leave my boy Xiao alone. He didn't do nothing to nobody today. Oh, that is way too far away to walk to. Jesus. All the way over here? Bruh, I love Xiao so much. I don't know what you mean. That is true. We have not had any big Xiao moments. Because Xiao kind of just been chilling on the sidelines. But, you know, we still love him. He's still doing great. And, once again, Flame, hand, real quick. Pull up.
Paimon's exhausted. Paimon definitely didn't expect having to float this
Oh, it's so hard to float everywhere,
filming.
Paimon. That's so tragic.
Chevres, why did you take us here?
I mean, true.
Affirmative. It wasn't anything conclusive, but it should show us a clear way forward. Have you ever heard of someone by the name of Emily?
Now, why would I?
You mean that famous perfumer?
Huh?
She's a good friend of mine. She's lent me her aid several times in the past to resolve some difficult cases. After I discovered the rainbow rose at the scene of the murder, I sent
there
it
has
her.
to be a reason.
After all, she's probably the foremost expert on flowers and scents in all of Fontaine.
Because I can't believe the homegirl would just go wild and just
There was nothing remarkable about the flower
start
or
getting
the trace
people out of
amounts
nowhere.
soil left on it. But according to Emily, the rainbow rose left by the killer was derived from a very rare cultivar.
Huh.
Okay.
Paimon didn't know that there were different varieties of rainbow rose. Paimon just thought they grew everywhere in the wild.
Come on, there's only like certain places we can find it.
Flowers that are deliberately cultivated will always show some different features from those that bloom in the wild. We already knew that the rose left at the
That's
scene
so
belonged to a
crazy.
special cultivar, but with Emily's expertise, we were able to
Every
pinpoint the
time
place where it was
I'm
first
asked a
picked
question,
from.
it ends very not well.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. So whoever first planted that rainbow rose was probably the killer.
Precisely. And after we checked what we learned against some sales records
Oof.
from the past, we discovered that there's only one person in all of Fontaine who can grow and sell this specific cultivar.
That's so crazy.
Really? And who is it?
It's the novelist.
But didn't you say he had an alibi?
To be clear, I haven't changed my mind about him. I still don't think he was the one who pulled the trigger. However, that doesn't mean the true culprit never visited him at his home or never purchased a rainbow rose from his garden. Whatever the case, we will have to confirm a number of things with him.
So you mean the next place we need to go is...
Yes, we're going to pay him a visit at his home.
Not just to pay attention. That is my worstie. And you know it is. Paying attention, the downfall. Ah! You had to die because you were going to attack me. It was nothing personal.
That should be his house.
Man, this seems like a lot of work already.
There are so many Gardamex stationed around the place. That's pretty unusual, right?
According to what he told me last time we spoke, he hired them so he won't be harassed or disturbed.
Oh, okay. Thank
there
goodness.
are a lot of flowers in his garden.
Right. Which is exactly why I think there has to be a
So...
Just wait here for now. I'd like to take care of a number of those Gardamex first.
But they're so far away. How are you planning to do that?
Don't forget, Paimon. I'm actually the real-life captain of the Musketeers.
So we're just shooting people up. Hey. I just don't like to read, okay? Dang. Is it so bad that I don't like reading? Okay. What do I need to shoot? Oh, cool. Okay. Okay, they take 2 hits. There we go. Look at that. I did it so well. Did it freeze on me? Oh, okay, we're good. We're good. See, I'm great at all things Genshin. Listen, well, you can come for me, but in the scene where Ayaka and Homegirl are fighting, my controller like died on me, so I had to like get my other controller quickly because they kept like hitting Ayaka, and it was just not it.
All clear. Let's go.
Wait. I'm a little nervous.
This is me doing my very best.
Can we go over our plan of action again?
You're doing great.
I'll go knock on the door and make sure it's safe inside. Once we're sure that we're in the clear, I'll ask him to come with us for a quick round of questioning at the guard's headquarters.
But can't we just...
We still have no evidence that he's
the
killer.
We can't just arrest people.
Any direct aid.
Especially when they didn't do anything wrong.
It would be appreciated if you could pick a rainbow rose from his garden for me while I'm talking to him. It'll help the Mara.
Sure, no problem. Just be careful, Chevras.
Paimon, literally everyone's capable of doing things except you. Yeah. Oh my god, reading. The enemy of Tizana.
Excuse me, Mr. Baptiste. Are you home?
Who could it be at this hour?
Oh, it's you, Officer Chevras.
Would you mind accompanying me to the guard's headquarters, Mr. Baptiste? We would like to ask you some questions about a case.
Oh. Is it still regarding the murder case from before?
I cannot confirm or deny that at this time.
So it is then.
I can
Listen,
read.
I need you to come with me, Mr. Baptiste.
I just don't like reading.
Miss Chevras, I'll save you the trouble. Oh, and you two over there? There's no need for you to pick my flowers either. It's not time for them to bloom yet.
Oh! Okay.
By saving me the trouble, you mean...
I will confess. I was the killer.
So what?
Huh?
He just admitted he's guilty.
Please relax, everyone. I'm not armed. The musket you're looking for has been buried in my backyard.
Then it's my responsibility to inform you, Mr. Baptiste, that everything you say right now will be used as evidence for the inevitable trial.
Like, homie, what?
Yes, I am perfectly aware of that.
I must say, I hate this feeling.
Oh? Is it because I confessed? Or because you've been proven wrong?
Both, I suppose.
For the same reason as the one I wrote out in my novel, of course. I did it to exact revenge.
Revenge for what?
I know you haven't figured out the link between the two of us. Had you done so, I'd have been taken away to the headquarters a long time ago. But that won't stop me from always remembering his grotesque face. After all, he was the one who killed me.
Oh wow, that's so crazy.
Your mother is still healthy and well.
You know, I was adopted as a child. I was referring to my birth mother.
That was never recorded in the orphanage's records.
Please forgive a 6-year-old child for concocting some lies to protect himself after watching his mother die right in front of him.
You know?
So, your novel, it was like a record of your life?
No, of course not. It was a work of fiction with many embellished parts. But I am indeed the illegitimate son of a wealthy and influential man who abused his power to murder my mother. That part was 100% real.
That is so crazy.
But the man you killed didn't have a Mora to his name.
He was a hired assassin, an irredeemable beast who sank his fangs into a defenseless woman just for a few bags of Mora.
And you
But
know
if
what?
that's really
It'd be
the
like that
truth,
sometimes.
You wouldn't be telling us any of this now. You still haven't managed to take revenge against your father, the true mastermind
Is
behind
that
it
the
all.
J chamber all the way in the background? Probably.
I never thought I'd hear that kind of thing from the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
I'm simply skeptical about your motives.
It's simple, really. I've grown tired of everything and don't want to shoulder this burden anymore. You may have considered me too soft to pull the trigger. Well, as it turns out, you are exactly right. I've become overwhelmed by the aftermath of the murder.
Wow, that's so
you're
crazy.
going to call a stop to your revenge, just like that?
The true mastermind is too rich and too powerful for me. I've accepted that I will never be able to avenge my mother alone.
And so what? The characters in your book never gave up.
Now, Officer Shavras, I'm the one who has killed a man, aren't I? Are you trying to convince me to commit
You know, that's a
another
good
crime?
question. Are you trying to commit
What's
another
your
crime?
father's name? How do you plan to prove the veracity of all of your claims?
Well, I'd like to speak with you privately.
Sure. Why don't we speak privately at the guard's headquarters?
No, it has to be here. I must ensure that we won't be overheard.
Fine. Let's talk here.
Paimon, go somewhere.
When I said won't be overheard, I meant by anyone. I would like to speak with you and you alone.
I literally don't care. Yeah, like, we can go somewhere else for now. I do not care.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Like, you have a whole gun. You'll be fine.
Please stay safe, Chevres.
All right. Let's hear it.
Will you really believe what I'm about to say?
Well, that depends on what you're going to...
Fair enough. Fair enough. Then
Yeah, You're not going to tell me anything.
So that's how it's all connected.
So, it seems you believe me after all.
Do you want me to go public with this?
No, of course not. At least, not right now.
Then why did you bother telling me?
I mean...
You've read my work. What do you think? Even if you were to go public with all of this right now, he'd simply deny everything. It's been too long. Almost 20 years. Anything that could be used as evidence has long faded away. Even if there might have been assault,
Yeah,
justice
don't care.
will never find him.
Not if you don't try.
I'm
I
like trying
know
so hard to be
that
like,
as the
let me
captain of the
read
Special
this and like,
Security and
bruh,
Surveillance
I don't,
Patrol,
I can't.
You will always stand on the side of justice. But do you really think a cushy life in prison
What are you trying to say?
I've been observing you from a distance. Your portrayal of the musketeer was exquisite. Pull the trigger of justice against him. Let the villain get what he deserves.
Are you telling me
You
to murder
want me to
someone?
let you go so you may complete your revenge?
No, Officer Shavras. I know that would be impossible.
No, he wants you to pull the trigger and kill someone.
What I'd like is for you to perform the deed on my behalf.
That's so crazy. Not far away.
Oh, Chevres sure is taking her time.
Paimon, I don't care.
Paimon's worried. What if he decided to attack her?
She has a polearm and a gun.
Oh, you do have a point.
And Paimon, riddle me this.
Do you have any
If she
idea
got
who this
attacked,
person might be?
what would
And
you
why
do?
the novelist doesn't want us to hear what he's saying to Chevres?
Sorry to keep you waiting, you two.
Hey, how did your talk go?
Yeah, you're not going to tell me. What should we do
I've already
next?
sent someone to escort Baptiste back to the headquarters for questioning. He wasn't lying about the musket. It was indeed buried in his backyard.
I mean, hey, if you're just going to confess like that.
Tell you the name of the rich guy?
Paimon, mind your business.
Yes, he did. But for now, I have to return to the Special Patrol. There are still a few loose ends.
Of course there is. How rude.
I'll probably be quite busy over the next few days.
Alright, Paimon understands if you can't tell us everything you know.
Actually, there's still something else I need your help with.
Okay. Yay, that's part 3 done. The primo is what makes this thing worth it. That was the wrong button. Go to quest. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Because I feel like it's going to tell me to wait till tomorrow anyways. Ah, yes. Getting in them time to be having. The best and most fun part.
We haven't seen Chevra.
I don't know where I was trying to go, but you know. I think everyone's doing so wonderful. How cute and sweet. As this man really said, homie, can you murder this man for me?
Well, guess there's no point in worrying about it now. Let's go join up with the others.
Like, I truly commend this man's audacity. Like, oh, you're not confident enough to murder someone? Just ask a police officer to do it.
Good morning! Hayaka and I were just talking about you. Is Chevra still not joining us today?
Oh, do you miss her, Aya?
Probably not. We haven't seen her either.
Huh? That's such a pity. Director Farina said that we've only got a few small scenes left before wrapping up the entire thing. She even said that she'll get me into a couple scenes, so everyone will have a chance to shine in front of the camera.
What was your
We're
Mia
also
J?
planning on having a victory feast once we're all finished filming. Only Chevros was here. I still haven't taken a photo with her.
I'm afraid that can't be helped. Those special patrol folks are like phantoms when they've got a case on their hands.
But to be honest,
You know, frogs, that is very true. And I meant to do so. But you know, sometimes I go on
but gave no explanation as to why he pulled the trigger.
what's it called?
We didn't know about this case
Sound
before we joined the
alerts.
film.
Yeah, that's what the
It simply
software is
affected
called.
perception of our
And I
work.
try to, and it won't let me save it properly. And then I give up because I don't know how to use computers.
I have to say, though, that no
So don't worry, Frog. It was not from a lack of trying. It's from a lack of skill.
means other than artistic skill.
To be fair,
Probably.
I feel like that ship sailed the moment you allowed
In the
yourself
words
to
of
be
my
named as the director on our
little sister,
posters.
I suffer from many skill issues. And using computers is definitely one of those skill issues. So yeah.
Popularity has,
Sunk to an all-time low.
spread to the four corners of Tibet.
Yeah, you know, we'll just say I know how to use a computer and just know that I don't. Yes. Now, Frost, please.
Excuse me.
I have no
everyone.
care about anything you're about to tell me, sir.
Hey, feels like it's been ages since we last saw you.
I've been talking non-stop with the Film Association, and I'm absolutely swamped trying to coordinate the film's marketing. So forgive me for not being around more often, but please believe me when
But
I
this
say
is-
that
this
I
is
will make
your
sure
project.
everyone's hard work gets the exposure it deserves.
Oh, seems like you've been fighting your own battles.
Yes, that's one. Oh, and before we begin the final round of filming, please allow me to... The original investor of our film, Mr. Morris.
A pleasure to meet you all.
Yes, glad to make your acquaintance, Mr. Morris. We've heard about the issues you've encountered with your financial situation.
Oh, well, the situation has...
Don't worry, Mr. Morris. Accidents and last-minute challenges happen all the time. There's no need to blame yourself over it. The good news is that we're almost done filming now. And I would even say that this is the best story I've ever seen.
Is that so? I see, that's...
All right.
So I'm now suspicious of this man just because I can be.
Trees out of the way. Let's get the show on the road. We'll mostly be filming typical people and scenery from the streets today to improve the sense of environmental ambiance in some parts of the film. Oh, and there'll be a cameo for Mr. Kamisato and Miss Yoimiya as well. They'll be used to show outsider perspectives on the fates of the two musketeers.
That's
You know?
right. Ayato should be here any minute.
Yeah, Ayato went missing so
Then
quickly.
let's start with the scenery shots. Camera and clapper loader, you're up.
Yep, we'll be ready.
I mean, Paimon, your job is still simple.
All we need are some wide zoom shots of the streets. If you happen to find some particularly lovely patches of... Ready? Lights! Camera! Action!
Yeah, cool.
Okay, now move
Yeah.
the camera slowly. Try to focus on that flower. What's wrong? Just adjust the focal length a bit. Something the matter?
That's crazy.
But wasn't it working fine for all the days before? Veronique, can we try a different camera?
No problem. How about this one?
All right, let's give it another try. Lights!
That's so crazy.
Don't tell me. This one is broken too. Veronique, do we have any other spare ones we can use?
I'm afraid we only brought these two today.
What? Then go find a workshop to get them repaired right away.
Farina,
Oh, and you too,
Farina,
Bono.
you're getting a little
Go find
bossy
our
for a
spare
second.
Camera in the warehouse and bring it back to the set.
On it.
Greetings, everyone. My apologies for the delay. Is something the matter, Ayaka?
It seems like there are some issues with the filming equipment today. We're stuck for the moment.
I mean, yes, but I'm like, you know, we could be a little nicer.
Let's not just stand here twiddling our thumbs. Actors, to the makeup booth. We'll start on the next scene as soon as we get a working camera.
And you know,
The people at the workshop told me that the part which holds the lens in place seemed to have fallen off. That's super strange. It was perfectly fine just yesterday.
Well, no time to dwell on that now. Let's get back to filming. Ahem! Quiet on set! Places,
Jesus.
everyone! Lights! Camera! Action! By the way, have you heard about that recent murder case?
Yes, I have. It seems that they've caused quite the commotion in the city.
I heard that the chief of the guards is so mad about not catching the culprit that he's about to explode.
Crazy.
I find that quite hard to imagine, considering how he already looks most days.
See, like I said, Ayato's so bland.
Director, we have a problem.
Why are you yelling on set?
Oh, we're in the middle of a take! Couldn't you wait until we wrapped up this scene?
No, Director, our film, all the finalized film that we've been keeping in the case has disappeared.
Wow, that is so
Wait,
crazy.
what did you say?
Mr. Bono, please take me to where the film was kept right away.
I'm coming too. No, Yoimiya, you have to stay here. Oh. Okay, listen up. Everyone who's not working on this current scene can go with Bono to look for the film. Everyone else, stay put and wrap up the scene. Unbelievable. How could all these problems happen in just one day?
The easy way? I mean, It could be the Macbeth rule. It could be just whatever can go wrong will go wrong on set rule. Like please.
Did you find the film? We found it in the sewers.
Huh? In the sewers? Is the film still okay?
Farina.
We discovered it just in time, so we should still be able to salvage it. The others are checking now to see if we lost any specific scenes.
You scared me for a moment there. I nearly thought we had lost everything. I really don't want to experience that feeling of despair again.
Farina, please. Please.
Who could have stolen the film and dumped it there?
Farina.
Could it be
I didn't like that comment about losing everything again. That was rude and uncalled for.
Okay, we don't have time to really look into it right now. Let's strike while the iron is still hot and wrap this thing up once and for all.
Yeah, let's finish it.
I would like to officially announce that our entry to the festival, The Two Musketeers, has now concluded filming.
Paimon is spent.
Paimon, you literally did not do that much. Was being quiet that draining, Paimon?
The filming process proved to be extremely challenging.
Because I know being quiet can be hard for some people.
Contributions to the final product. Thank you all for your dedication and support.
And just like Director Farina, I would also like to extend my most heartfelt thanks to all.
Dude, I don't care.
Alright, let's save the awards speech for later, and hopefully also get some rehearsals in before the real. Anyway, now it's time to party! Let's all make our way to the beach and have a celebration.
Party! Party! Paimon wants to party! Whoa, this place is hopping. Everyone's finally getting to relax after.
This looks like the world's most boring party in the world, Paimon. Please stop talking.
How's your work been going?
Everything went rather smoothly.
Ayato told me that we've already confirmed the dates for some Inazuma Fontaine cultural exchange events.
I love that.
So the next time we visit, we'll be doing so in our capacities as the representatives of the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, that's great! Then maybe Paimon will be able to find Fontaine detective novels in Inazuma from now on.
How often are we actually in Inazuma?
Wouldn't Yaimiko get upset if that happens? That would be stealing some of her business. You've got a point. She's always complaining that light novels have become bland and too predictable.
The cultural exchange won't only feature literatures of both nations, of course. We have also made plans for cross-cultural engagement.
See?
Paimon's getting super excited now.
Look at Ayato doing his
When
best.
the time comes, be sure to visit and participate in all the events.
Hey, Farina. Let's talk. Let's have a chatty chat.
Oh, my darling clapper loader and camera operator. You've both worked really hard.
I'm worried when you say it like that.
You worked even harder than us. Honestly, Paimon was getting a little tired of playing with the clapperboard by the end of it.
Girlie, it's not that hard.
Paimon started having dreams of you shouting, "Lights, camera, action!" into Paimon's ears. The actual dream can't even start until you...
Hey, if anything, shouldn't I be more grand and delightful than your dreams? We've been through so much together, and that's how you...
Farina, half of what we've been through was accidentally traumatizing you to the point where you mentally broke.
Not Paimon's fault.
So, you know, we're just gonna leave that there.
Anyway, what's most important is that we wrapped the film. I'm pretty confident... Hey, no need to mention the official name.
Wait, now that you mention it, if we did win the prize, would Farina just get a statue of herself?
Come on, I don't need that kind of attention. Xavier can accept the reward on...
But just imagine! Farina accepting the Farina Award and holding
Paimon,
a Farina statue.
I would slap you for free.
I'm going back to my dessert now. You all can keep discussing that on your own.
Mm-hmm. Who else do I need to talk to? Homegirl. Okay, what you gotta say, sis?
you two?
Yeah.
Are you not really into these kinds
Frida
of
does
big
deserve the
social
world.
occasions?
Because she's been through enough.
Not particularly. But this is still better than Fontaine Fashion Week.
I would never want to be a part of that.
But if
That
this
sounds
film becomes
awful.
a big hit, people will definitely come flocking to your shop.
Yes, that's highly likely. As long as the film can premiere as planned.
Are you still worried about the case?
That and all the obstacles we had to face today.
Yeah, the universe really didn't want y'all to finish that film today.
It's as if all our bad luck just manifested at once.
But why today of all days? No, it's nothing. We've already delivered the film to the editors, so there should be nothing more to worry about.
How are you doing, Mr. Morris? You having a good time?
Well, you could say that. Do you happen to know when the party is scheduled to end?
Sir, you are so suspicious.
Judging by how much fun everyone's having, I'd say probably not until well after midnight. Is there something that you still have to take care of at home, Mr. Morris?
Oh, well, I'm just not a late night person, so I might take off shortly.
That's so crazy.
Oh no! Silly me. I almost forgot something super important.
Oh, what is it?
I prepared a whole batch of fireworks for the party, but I forgot to bring them over from the warehouse.
Fireworks, you say? That's, truly a pity.
No, why don't you go help her with
Sorry
it?
things didn't go as planned.
Could you help me carry them over, Mr. Morris? I won't be able to fetch all of them by myself.
Me? Are you sure that you can't find
No,
anyone
no,
else?
tell me get the fireworks and then you can leave.
I just wanted to make this a surprise for everyone. The warehouse isn't far from here. We'll be there in no time.
And also,
Pretty please, Mr. Morris.
you and Mia
These were some
having
of the
fireworks
best
is so
fireworks
on
they've
brand of
ever
her. I love
made.
that.
So I also want you to see them before you leave. They're stunning. I promise that they'll be a once-in-a-lifetime experience that you'll never forget.
But nothing.
It's okay. Just come with me. If we're sneaky enough, nobody else will see us leaving.
Stop that.
All right.
Y'all are awful.
The warehouse is right over here. I moved the fireworks there in advance, so it shouldn't be too much work bringing them back.
It's still a ways away from the party.
Sorry about that, Mr. Morris. It's probably because I'm used to carrying fireworks all the time, so it doesn't feel like a lot of work to me.
Listen. Yes, Yui Mia is adorable, and we love her. Like, she's literally just older Klee. Heart of gold, just likes fire. Leave her alone. Cool, a cutscene.
It's dark in here. Wait here, Mr. Morris. I think the light switch should be somewhere over here.
Why did I have to get roped into this? What was that?
Dang, that's so crazy.
Who's there? Get me out! Get me out of here!
Did you really think you'd get away, Morris?
You've got the wrong guy. It wasn't me. I'm not the killer.
You know, Eliza died a far more heroic death than this. She fought your assassin to the end, to save the children she had hidden beneath the floorboards.
Dang.
That is Eliza's pendant. The one with a photo of you two inside. The one you gave her. Ring any bells?
It's a fake! It has to be! There's no way!
No way your assassin didn't destroy it, you mean?
Wow.
Did you ever love her, Morris? Or was killing her always the plan?
No, please. Listen to me. I told Eliza to keep us a secret. I paid her plenty for her silence. I never thought she'd keep the child.
Bruh.
Everything was gonna come out, and I had no choice. She forced my hand. No! I'm begging you. I have money. Just name your price, please.
You can keep your Mora, and you can go to hell.
Oh. Oh.
I'm Captain Shovraz of the Special Patrol. Morris, you're under arrest for Eliza's murder.
Huh?
Hmm?
That's so crazy. Yo, wait, what? Oh, what? Nice.
You're under arrest too, prop manager Veronique. Or perhaps I should call you the second musketeer.
Yo, hold up. Huh?
Wait, what's going on? This wasn't in the script.
Drop the gun, Veronique.
Why? Why would you keep me from exacting revenge on this heartless monster?
Drop your weapon. This is my final warning.
What is going on?
Do I have to spell it out for you, Morris? Everything that took place just now was staged to get you to confess the truth.
Okay, fair enough.
This last part is all improv, of course.
I have so many questions.
Shivers, you told us you wanted us to help you stage a play. You never said anything about the second musketeer.
Yeah.
It's because even I had no way to confirm my theory until now.
Yeah, okay.
Thank
Questions?
you for your performance, Yoimiya. Could I trouble you to go and bring in the other Special Patrol members? They should be on standby just outside. Oh, and please tell the other cast members not to worry about us. We'll be rejoining them shortly.
On it.
You know, at least Yoimiya just living her best life.
What do you think, Morris? Care to talk about what happened 20 years ago? My patience is limited, you know. Don't force me to take you back to the interrogation with the recording we made. You have no chance of winning in court. Cooperating with us now.
All right. I'll talk.
And hey, you know,
I hired an assassin to murder Elisa. She once worked as a maid on my family's estate. She was very beautiful, and after some time I fell for her. I kept our relationship a secret and carried out an affair for some time, but it wasn't long before she became pregnant. And if
That's your
my
fault.
parents ever found out, they would have stripped me of my inheritance and status, driven me out of my home. I also didn't expect Elisa to insist on bringing the pregnancy to term. She even asked me to leave my family and travel far, far away with her.
She believed that you were truly in love with her.
I didn't have a choice.
I think you did.
I gave her a large sum of Mora, told her to leave the family and to get rid of the baby. But then years later, she sent me a letter. There were photos of 2 children, and she even asked if I could find some time to visit them.
Huh? 2 children? Paimon thought Baptiste was the only... you mean...
Even if she had the children against your will, you could have just ignored the letter entirely. Why kill her?
You know, and there we
I
go.
had just gotten engaged to be married to an heiress from another wealthy family. So if anyone were to find out about Elisa, my life would be completely ruined.
No, I think there were multiple different options you could have taken.
You always had a choice. You just made the wrong choice. Again.
Do you know how it feels to watch your mother be killed right in front of you? My brother and I were hardly even school age yet. We were hidden beneath the floorboards, grasping each other's hands like a lifeline. We were so terrified that we didn't even know we could ever take a breath. All we could do was to watch Mother try to fight back, and then collapse to the floor. Even after the assassin left, we were still too terrified to leave our hiding spot. We thought that he might come back. It was only until the next evening, when we finally climbed out.
Y'all really stayed under the floorboard for like 24 hours, and that's crazy.
But she
Trauma.
had already become cold and stiff to the touch.
You made up your mind right then and there to bring this case to light.
Not only that, we resolved to get our
See,
revenge.
I would leave them alone, but they are also just children with trauma, just like every other Genshin character.
No, that's why I became a musketeer. The man from before was also killed by me. My brother had nothing to do with it.
I figured as much.
You did?
I once told these two that he didn't look like a killer to me. His confession from that night also rubbed me the wrong way.
I don't think it is. I think
what
this just
really
kind of just
tipped
happened.
me off was, how could I not feel a sense of regret in him?
Huh?
He confessed faster than any criminal I've ever met, but he didn't say a single word about you. He insisted that he was the sole perpetrator in the case.
Look at him trying to protect his
But
sister.
after the questioning ended, I disassembled the musket we dug up from his backyard, put it in front of him, and told him to reassemble it. Wanna guess how far he got? He had no idea where to even start. He's never touched a gun in his life. Based on that, I determined that he was not acting alone. He only surrendered himself to draw our attention and create a moment of opportunity. And as expected, the second musketeer followed us without hesitation once she saw Morris get separated from the rest of the cast. Besides, why else would he call the novel The Two Musketeers?
But how did you know it was Veronique?
I mean, process of
I
elimination.
figured it out the moment Baptiste told me his father's name. That so-called financial crisis was all just a ruse. He just wanted to sign up as the investor and then leave the film without any source of funding. After all, he has a vested interest in minimizing the reach of this story. It's really just the same thing as what he did to Eliza all those years ago.
Human scum.
Girly.
Then Xavier pulled out all the stops and got the film made against all odds. Morris couldn't have that. With the killer in custody, he figured it was safe to act. And so he came to visit the set today, just as I expected.
Wait, so you were behind all those mishaps today?
I mean, it be like that sometimes.
As for the identity of the second musketeer, I assumed they'd probably stay close to Morris and look for an opening. And if they already knew that Morris was the film's investor, then that narrowed the list of potential suspects as well. Furthermore, being the props manager would allow the culprit to avoid scrutiny by purchasing mechanical parts in the name of the crew. With that hypothesis in mind, I went back to check Baptiste's orphanage adoption records. Guess whose name I saw on the same page, just a few lines from his.
My brother. He trusted you.
Girly.
As in, he trusted me to perform the deed on his behalf?
He trusted you to stand on the side of justice.
I mean,
I am.
That doesn't mean murdering
I thought
this
you
man.
could do it as well. Oh, the look on your face when you told him to go to hell. I really thought you'd put a bullet in his brain.
Girly, hold up.
You know what he has done. Are you telling me that you'd rather see him spend the rest of his life
I
living
cannot
like a king
believe I
in
just
the
had to hear
fortress
say,
of
I thought you were
Narrabeen?
going to put a bullet in his brain. Like, girly, what?
I will never be able to forget the feeling of my mother's cold, lifeless hands. And you would call this ending fair?
Fontaine
Is this
really
what you
is
call
something.
justice?
I give you that, Frog, because, bro, what?
I won't lie, Veronique. I did hesitate when your brother first told me about the truth. I wondered. I agonized over whether I should really put a bullet in his head.
So why don't you?
Because that should never be how justice is carried out in this world.
Yeah,
Perhaps
okay.
to you, justice is simply reciprocated. An eye for an eye, and a life for a life. But everyone
Fontaine
has
is
their own
drama.
understanding of
Like,
justice.
why are they like this?
If everyone were to pursue their own definition of it, there would be no more order in this world. Today, you'll kill Morris, and tomorrow, his children may come for you. The world cannot render judgments based on a desire for revenge.
Yeah.
That will only lead to a cycle of revenge.
I feel like
as
something
well
like
as
this
the
was said
destruction
in,
of
like, Fullmetal
order and
Alchemist.
civilized society.
And why is
Fontaine
Fullmetal
is
Alchemist coming to my
founded on a
head?
set of
I don't
laws and a
know.
standardized code of justice.
But I think someone said the
That is
same
why
thing
we
with,
are
like,
the nation
Scar
of
or Roy
justice.
Mustang. Can't remember which
But
one.
with all that said, I will
But
promise
yeah.
you this. Morris will not lead a cushy life in the fortress of Maripede.
Chevros? The
Yeah?
rest of the special patrol is here.
Thank you so much, Yoimiya. Letelier, Terena, please take them away.
You know what I would do? I would hide a knife on me, and the minute I'm close enough to Morris, I would just shank him.
I can't agree with your reasoning.
I know.
Justice has not been delivered. At least, not today.
Homegirl, you should have a knife hidden somewhere so you can shank people. It's not my fault if you didn't. You only showed up with the gun.
Chevros.
Let's go. We should give an explanation to the crew. Thank you for your concern. I'm fine. I'm just thinking about the things in life that have driven people to take justice into their own hands.
I'm so glad I explained everything to them because, you know, they desperately needed to know what was going on. And, you know, why not have their nations become like the Archons anyways? All the Archons have a sole principle that they follow. Might as well have that go out with all their people.
Who would have thought Morris would turn out to be... I'm at a loss of...
I'm just
Xavier,
glad that you're
hush.
safe and sound. Who knew that such a labyrinth of cases would be behind this story?
Where is Yoimiya?
Well, what should we do now? We have a finished film, of course.
What
Yes,
do you
Maria.
mean? Shouldn't you be even more motivated to spread the word now that you've learned the truth?
Chiori is right. I'd also like more people to see this story for themselves.
Cool.
But the real ending of the story seems to have deviated somewhat from the one in the script. Is that still acceptable to you, Miss Chevros?
Oh, there she is.
The call is yours. We still have time to reshoot an ending if that's what you'd like.
Let's not.
No, it's fine as is. I like what we have for the catharsis. Romanticism is what gives works of art their appeal. Fiction is able to explore means of restitution that could never work in real life. Just like the real world, the world of stories also has its own set of rules and justice. These different possibilities are what initially drew me to reading in the first place.
Sounds good to me. I support your decision.
I mean, Frina, you had the main call. You're the director.
Will she be okay?
She will soon face her judgment alongside her brother and Morris. If I had to guess, they'll probably all be sent to the fortress of Maripede. I'll make sure to give Risley a heads up about it.
So,
Oh,
speaking of
you
Risley.
mean that kind of heads up?
Exactly.
What does that mean?
All right. Then the
Wait, hold up.
matter's
What does that mean?
Now that everything's been taken care of, there's no reason for us to keep looking all gloomy and grumpy. Let's get back to the feast and enjoy each other's company. We'll be starting the post-production process tomorrow. You should join us, Chevros. You missed the first few hours of the party, didn't you?
All right. Count me in.
Then I'll wait for you over there. There's still some good news that I'd like to share with Chevros.
Traveler, Paimon, could you wait for me by the sea after the party?
Yeah,
Thank
sure.
you very much.
And the party that just exists. Oh, look at them playing TCG. If we're playing TCG, you know who we need? We need Sino. And I don't make the rules. We need Sino. Like, how can you have a round of TCG and not have the Yu-Gi-Oh loving, dad joke making man of the hour?
Sorry for the wait.
Oh, we weren't waiting long at all. Is there something else you wanted to tell us?
No, I don't have anything new to share. I just felt that since you were my investigation partners, I should have another conversation with the two of you.
I mean, was I?
Traveler, how would you have responded to Baptiste's request if you were in my shoes?
I'ma just put I don't know, but honestly, I feel like I would have helped him get hit, and I would probably have helped get revenge, be like, you know, and probably not even help. I just don't think I would have stopped anything from happening.
When I was young, my father often took me here to swim. We'd come rain or shine, even when it was freezing cold. He told me that swimming was the best activity to train one's strength of will. You could never give up before reaching the shore, especially when the water was cold.
I mean, yeah.
Why's that?
You stop swimming, you
Because
drown.
the moment you give up would be the moment you die. At that point, I still hadn't received my vision.
I picked I don't
One winter,
know.
the chilly wind felt almost like knives on my skin.
I-
The seawater was so frigid that
Okay,
it numbed my
so here's
toes
my
the
thing.
moment I stepped in.
I don't think I would have been the one
cried
to
and
pull the
begged my
trigger
father
or
to spare
kill,
me from having to swim
but I
across, but he
definitely would have
wouldn't
let
listen.
the
He
homegirl
used to
kill
be a
him.
member of the special patrol as well. You could say it
Because
was
you know
his way
what?
of
Well, who am I to
educating
stop you? This is family business.
That sounds awesome.
I should not be getting involved in your
When he
family
saw that I
business.
wouldn't
All I
stop
need to do is
crying,
find my
he just
brother, and I
picked
still
me
have
up
yet to
and
do that
tossed me into
properly.
the
So,
icy water.
who am I to step in the
The
way of
bone-chilling
a
cold
family
took
quarrel?
away
Go,
my
go ahead.
senses.
Go ahead. If you
I
need to
couldn't
kill
do
your father,
anything
go
but
for pro.
feel
I'm not
and
stopping you.
rage.
But I'm not pulling the trigger
I
myself.
waited for my father to save me, but one look and I knew he'd already started swimming for the opposite shore. I realized that if I were
See-
to give up, I really would die right then and there. I used all of my strength to try and catch up to my father.
So, yeah.
Those few minutes felt longer than my whole life up until that point. I did, however, make it to the other side. I've never felt afraid about anything in my life after that, nor have I ever cried again.
That way of teaching would have never worked on Paimon.
Paimon, I will throw you in the
I
water
don't think
right
that
now
was the right
because you would
method for
actually die.
anyone.
You can't swim, Paimon.
It's just that
Ain't that crazy?
working now as I am in the pursuit of justice, I still sometimes feel like I've been tossed into that winter sea all over again. The anger and the helplessness.
Chevres.
But the worse I feel, the more I know to never give up. The alternative would be to forever lose myself among the waves. Anyway, how about a race? Neither of us will drown, but we can still see who swims faster.
You guys go ahead. Paimon will grab the clapperboard to mark the
Yeah, because Paimon can't swim. Do I have to do it as the traveler, or do I get to do it as whoever I want? Man, that's lame. Higher.
Drop your weapons!
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, my level 65 traveler's not doing nothing for me. If the audacity to give me such a weak traveler to use.
Good.
You were so fast in the water, Chevres. You were swimming even faster than Paimon can fly. So, about this...
Partly, but I'd say I was more inspired by the heroes I read about in stories growing up.
Oh, so it's due to your love of story?
Of course, it was only after I joined the Special Patrol that I learned that truth is off. Come on, let's walk a bit more.
I love how we continually keep walking away from the party. That's so
To be
crazy.
honest, I do sometimes question whether the decisions I make are the right ones. But I know that no matter what, I must keep swimming. Because the only thing I've got my eyes on is the shore in the distance.
Girl, can you keep walking? I don't want to wait for you. You're gonna stop walking anyways. Yep. Yeah, just keep swimming is one thing, but it's more like me just being all up on her, being like, can she please walk to her location?
Thank you for coming on this walk with me. I feel a lot better after getting all that off my chest.
Yeah, anytime. You'll eventually join the harem, don't worry.
Huh, you're right. I didn't realize we were so close.
He really did plant a lot of flowers. It's just like how he described it in the story.
Huh? Wait. Paimon, Traveler, look!
Let me
the
get that
rainbow
bluey.
roses in the garden. They're in full bloom now.
Beautiful. How great. Bruh. 2 days later? Okay. You know what's funny? I feel like I might have fought that boss, but I'm also not technically sure. So just because I just don't pay attention. Yeah, I don't know if I actually ever fought that or not. Like, I think I unlocked him just by, like, walking up to him, but I don't think I actually ever fought him. Oh, right. Okay, well, how about... I never fought him in the open world. I think. I don't know. That's me trying to remember what boss is what and just not knowing. It's the fact that you keep typing out the entire name. Like, Frost, what is wrong with you? Like, worried about you.
Hey, it's been a while.
Hey there, you two. Sorry I've been scarce. I've been burying...
Yeah, I don't care.
You weren't ceremonious today, right? Paimon wonders if we'll win the Farina Award.
I'd give it a 90% chance.
Farina!
You know who I think should present the award? Nouvellette, because they've been a lack of Nouvellette.
The others will also be here in no time. Xavier, if...
What? But we don't even know if we're going to win. I wouldn't...
Just open your eyes. Surely you've seen the audience's reaction. You've also had conversations with the Opera House's operating staff, right? Didn't they want to increase the number of showings? With the mora you've made from the box office, you can now open your very own film company.
Good for him.
That's all credit to my amazing crew. You've all helped to make this a reality, so I can't be the only one asked to come up with a name.
I mean,
Well,
aren't you in charge?
Give it some thought. I'm sure the crew will respect your choice.
Unless you name them something stupid. Like, I feel like you'll be fine.
All right, but before that, Traveler and Paimon, could I trouble you to quickly pay a visit to the Fortress of Meripede?
Huh? But shouldn't we
I wanted to ask you two to invite Shavraz to join us at the ceremony. I haven't been able to find her recently, so I haven't had the chance to invite her. According to the papers, the culprits of the musket murder case will be personally escorted today by the captain of the Special Patrol to the Fortress of Meripede.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. Yep, just wait here, Xavier, and maybe try to come up with a few snappy-sounding names.
All right, then I'll leave you to it.
Go to the fortress, yeah, I haven't been over here in a hot minute. I mean, yes, I would love to see, or actually, it's the way I stupidly, like, do, like, the Disney, like, tuck hair behind ear with no hair to tuck behind my ear every single time. I think it's really fun. I love that. Decorating tea. I put my, the Zhongli statue up in my teapot, finally. He's, like, close to the Guoba statue. So, I'm proud of that. Hey!
This is as far as I'll be taking them.
Oh,
I'll
look
leave the
at
three of them
that.
to you
I'm
now.
staring so
Got another
respectfully.
errand to run?
Respectful. Don't ask me about nothing in the
Something like
background.
that. I'm
Nothing.
expecting
Don't
at
ask
the
me about
party.
nothing.
Now that's something you don't hear every day. Found a new pastime?
No, it's just a special occasion.
Shavraz, Risley!
Festivals really do bring people together. It's been a
So
while
glad there's
since
no
I've
eye
last had
trackers here.
So many visitors at the Fortress of Meripede.
Call it the festival
Dang,
spirit,
so
I guess.
respectfully, I can tell you that his belt buckle has light blue on it. Don't ask why I was
Gotten
looking
yourself
over
all
there.
worked
Just
up
mind your
preparing
business.
Super deluxe nutritious shakes. Just one
I was
gulp and
staring
you'll
very
have met
respectfully.
all your nutrition needs.
Were you talking about
Yeah.
work just now?
We've already finished discussing everything.
Like, it's
So,
just...
what do you think about my heads up, Mr. Risley?
I believe I haven't yet made any promises or guarantees.
But you also didn't shoot me down.
Oof.
Here, how about
Frost,
this?
I am
You
trying to
could give everyone a
respectfully
copy of
glance
the newspaper.
at this man.
Perhaps on the day when the cover story happens to, oh, I don't know, expose a certain someone's misdeeds
Yes.
from 20 years ago?
I suppose then a certain someone may
I'm
soon find
staring
himself
so
the most
respectfully.
unlucky person in the fortress of Meripede.
While another
Yep.
two people will soon be hailed as heroes.
Speaking of heroes, did you two need something from me?
Oh, actually, we're here for...
You're here to invite me to the party, right? Don't worry, I didn't forget.
Homie, I mean, yeah, I'm here for you, but I'm actually here for Risley.
And the same to you.
I mean, So let me just hop over the table. Can I... Okay, wait. Yeah, he can sit on my lap. I mean... I did that so intentionally, too. Just good old view and everything. Just... Let me just... There we go. Perfect view.
Please, go and enjoy the festival.
Oh, wow. I love that. No, you can talk to me again.
Please, go and enjoy the
And,
festival.
like, look how he's looking. Oh, my God. Just one more time.
Please, go and enjoy the festival.
Look at this man. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Okay. That was such a necessary action to take. I'm so sorry. I was staring respectfully at his eyes. What do you mean? There was nothing. I don't know what y'all are talking about. I was being so respectful. Unlike y'all.
And the winner of the Farina Award for the first Fontanalia Film Festival is... The Two Musketeers!
Wow, I'm so shocked that we won. Bluish gray. Like, his eyes are like a light bluish, but like kind of like... it feels like it has gray mixed in.
Congratulations, Mr. Xavier.
Like I told you, I was staring respectfully at his eyes. I think it's right.
I really can't thank all of you enough.
See? My
So-
takes on Fontaine's entertainment industry have never been wrong.
So yeah, I'm gonna say I'm right, and we're just gonna like not question me anymore on that.
The Two Musketeers, Mr. Xavier!
There we go.
Thank you. Thank you all so much for your recognition and support. While I'm up here, I would love to give special
Time really flies, huh?
Yeah, special thing to yeah.
It
No,
certainly feels that way. It feels like it was
Pulled
only
up
yesterday
phone to
when you
look
were
this
teaching me
up.
to hold a musket.
Will you come back to Fontaine again?
Of course. I'm very fond of the city. There are so many novel and
Ain't no
interesting
way.
things that it's been hard to keep track of them all. But how about you? Would you be interested in visiting Inazuma?
I can't say the thought has
It was
crossed
one
my mind
blue.
before, but I'd be willing to consider it now.
I will be eagerly awaiting your visit. It would be wonderful if you could visit my home and enjoy a taste of our
So-
tea and desserts.
No.
Yeah, let's
This
keep in
man's eyes are
touch.
blue.
Did you accomplish
So
all you
as I
planned
look
for?
at a picture that's not
And
going to be
you should
shown very
visit
well,
Inazuma again
it at
sometime.
first,
How
yeah,
has
at
Ogura
first he
and her
had like
business been?
grayish eyes.
To my
Then
knowledge,
when they
she's
released
doing
art,
quite
it was more of a purple, and then they ended with a
Alright,
bluish
hi.
purple when he's in game.
I certainly will.
So yeah,
I heard
the fact that I really had to pull up my phone, like there ain't no way I'm gonna let y'all
And the war
act like
has
me.
also been brought to an end. Peace and prosperity has returned to the islands.
I quite like the sound of that. Perfect for hanging textiles out to dry.
I'd like to offer my thanks again to the entire cast and crew. Without you,
Yeah, you tried to
I would have
gaslight
never
me.
completed this film,
See,
much
you
less
didn't know
have
what
the
color his eyes were,
opportunity to be
Frost, because you were staring
standing
at
on
him
the
disrespectfully.
stage.
I was not
With the
doing that. I was
support of
being
my
very
entire
respectful.
crew, I would like to officially announce our film company, Musketeer Pictures.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that has a really nice ring to it.
Then in that case, let's please welcome all the members of Musketeer Pictures onto the stage for a commemorative photo.
Oh, Paimon didn't know we'd also be taking pictures.
Director Farina, I believe you are the most deserving person to raise this
You want
trophy.
Farina to hold a trophy off herself?
No. There's no need. It's so embarrassing.
It's an honor the director deserves.
Yes, I agree. Just accept that you're not getting out of this.
Yeah, Farina, sis, you just gotta get over that one.
Ready, everyone? 3, 2, 1.
Musketeer Pictures!
Did they let Sarah speak? That is a interesting photo. I actually like it. It's kind of cute. I love when they let Sarah speak. They never let her out. And I get the... yes! I love that. Which means I don't have to build it or anything. Okay. But yay. Let me just make sure Farina's all good.
Lady Farina, please allow me to take just one more photo of you.
Hey, I've had enough of the camera flashes from when we were all up on stage.
Yeah, coolio.
But Lady Farina, you are the best director I've
You
ever
are
met.
really buttering
The
her
most
up. That is
famous,
so
come
crazy.
The brightest star of our land.
Well, I'm flattered, but all right.
Okay.
I'll humor you and try a few more different poses.
Farina,
But I don't have to hold the trophy, right?
Of course. You may pose however you like.
I like how she's like, don't make me hold that trophy.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. By the heavens, my luck has been beyond belief. I'm having a hard time coming to terms with it now. Oh.
Beautiful. There we go. I just want that position. There we go. I think Shao positioned nicely. Yeah, because of like, that was really the entire plan for stream. And you know, it took us about 2.5 hours to do all of it. But that's okay. But yes, because today's Thursday. See, I kind of forgot what day it was. But I knew I was going to finish this event anyways today. And then Saturday we're going to continue with Batman Arkham City. So yes. I love how we have that whole little thing at the end. Because, you know, I might forget what to say. But yes, if you haven't, please follow my Instagram and my YouTube. And join the Discord, where you can suggest ideas and, you know, just talk in general. And then I also tell lame dad jokes in the Discord. So, you know, that's always really fun. But other than that, I will see you guys all on Saturday. Bye!